Happy New Year!
We're only 6 months late on that, but yes, Happy New Year.
That's the best day.
I guess that's the new year as it starts on June 4th, so that works.
You know what?
New Year's somewhere in the world.
It really isn't, but all right.
It's a new day, therefore it's a new year. You can't
Hey,
change my
well.
mind.
Life.
You know,
It's-
I'll take that.
It's a new year for everyone that was born today, so
Hey!
Whoa.
Yeah, it works.
yeah.
Good
All
save.
right. We got it. We turned it around. But no, welcome back to Neon Devils 2. We're on episode 4? 4, yes.
Yeah.
Episode 4. I know numbers.
Katla.
Yeah.
I don't know numbers.
It's okay, but this is gonna be fun. We gotta go protect a bunch of VIPs in the middle of downtown LA, and nothing bad's gonna happen. And we're gonna get those worm eggs for the Mushroom King, and it's gonna be great. Before we jump into everything, I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves, and I'm also gonna mention a quick word about sponsors, and then we'll jump right in. So starting with sponsors. Let me throw the links into chat. There we go. Our sponsors are Fundamental RPG. It looks like this. You can pick up your own copy of the physical book on Amazon, or if you prefer a PDF copy, you can get that at coffee.com/raven/shop. Like it says in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, just add /shop to the end. At that same website, you can also find Intrepid products, which are adventuring gear for real life. There's a lot of cool stuff like apparel and accessories and drinkware, like this really cool coffee mug that I'm using right now. It's very cool stuff. You can find that at coffee.com/raven/shop. And then finally, Die Hard Dice, which are incredible dice. They sell polymer and metal dice on their site, as well as a ton of other accessories and dice adjacent things. They sent me this really awesome Spellbinder Fey Queen set. There's a little bit of a glare on it, but it's really, really pretty pink and purple metal dice set. Highly recommend it. It's actually my favorite set out of all my dice, and that's saying something because I have a lot of dice. But you can pick up your own set at dieharddice.com, and then if you use the code BlackFeatherJune, all one word, capital B, capital J, you can get 10% off of your order. And then if you want to catch up on this show or others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network, which I just got the update yesterday. The new shows from this season are finally up on the site, so you can actually go watch all of the episodes of the new shows that we've had this season now. And it's all been updated and everything. So awesome news there as well. But you can watch that at watch.thefantasy.network. And with that, we'll go at the top left with Nina. Tell us a little bit about Tori and yourself.
Hi there, I'm Anina Kasky. I'm a actor and writer, and I have an YouTube channel. On that channel, you can find comedy sketches, comedic monologues, and a dark drama web series that I wrote and act in. And yeah, I play Tori. She's a tiny hobbit-like creature who's very, very lucky. Her nickname is Lucky Number 7. And Tori actually means luck or chance in Finnish. So there we go. Yeah, she's mischievous, a bit sassy. We'll see what trouble she gets herself into.
It's okay, I'll just buy you another crit so you can continue to be lucky.
Yeah, exactly. I'll use all our crit dice to actually be lucky.
Please do.
Next, we've got Paladin. Tell us a little bit about Baldur and yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Paladin Hulk, Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday and Little Red Dot, and today I'm playing Baldur. I'm a wee little dwarf with a huge axe that I can summon at will, because, you know, I'm somewhat special, and we're looking for antidote to my dad, because he's sick, and we had to deal with the Mushroom King, who's really creepy and possesses people and eats them from the inside out.
Only literally.
Is there a way to metaphorically? No, there totally is.
Anyways,
Let's move on.
Rowan, tell us a little bit about Dovak and yourself.
I don't know if I can follow up on that. Hi, I'm Rowan North. I'm a freelance illustrator and art educator, and I am playing Dovak. He runs a gang known as the Back Alley Fools, and he himself is calls himself the King of Fools. He does a lot with tarot, playing cards, and playing games that he supposedly have better odds than anywhere else. And he trusts his cards more than anything, and his cards have told him this is the right place to be. Whether that's true or not, it remains to be seen, but his cards haven't, steered him wrong before.
Yet.
Yet. That's true. We're only on episode 4. Hannah, tell us a little bit about V and yourself.
Greetings, mortals. I'm Hannah, or Woe Hannah, and today I will be playing V, who is a changeling fae, stolen as an infant and made into a magic creature. She's pretty nice. She likes to get along with people and be pleasant. Though we saw at the end of last episode that maybe she's got a bit more going on than she lets on.
It's very
Maybe.
exciting.
He also runs a business out of her basement.
I what?
I mean, I think
I
all
don't
of
know.
us do for the most part. Just
Hairdresser.
about.
She
That's a
dresses. She puts hair in doll clothes.
It's
She's a hairdresser.
There's a weird amount of people who are willing to pay for that.
I don't think
I
it's
can
that
see it.
weird. I think it's the exact amount of people I would
I
expect.
could see it.
I'm just picturing like these big braids in someone's hair, and at the end of the braid is like a little dress and ribbon.
Exactly.
You know what? If there's a
Exactly.
niche and you have a talent, you do what makes you happy.
See,
True.
I see that we're going to be really on point focused in this episode today.
Yeah,
This is a
not gonna
horror game, everyone.
Yes.
We're not going to derail this session at all today. No.
I'm a spooky ghost.
These are the best sessions, though.
They are.
We're like a comedy troupe as well as playing D&D. Like, can't be beat, yo.
Yeah. I'm next in the order. It looks like so. I'm Raven. I'm totally all here today. I promise. I'm not, but I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related. My link tree is there in chat, which is just linktr.ee/the Raven, like it says below my face, spelled that way. And I play Tilda, or Promethea, who's from the past and is really good with magic spells and stuff, and it maybe allegedly is sort of a revolutionary and is trying to bring down the patriarchy and the whole system in Deus Angelis. NBD. But that's me and Tilda. Next we've got Eknorlax. Tell us a little bit about Rusty and yourself.
Hello, I'm Ekinorlax, and at the current moment I'm just using all up my spoons to keep to maintain my cutlery drawer as it is and play Neon Devils, so that's all I have about me. And I'm playing Rusty, a huge old stonkin that's actually a steelkin, because in a stonky world you are what you eat. And they ate a lot of it. And there are pros and cons to eating such a lot of steel. Pros is you end up being the toughest cookie around, and cons, well, it's as true only as long as you avoid water. And that's how Rusty got their name. And also you can't blend in very well, because being a two-story tall giant in Wellingtons and raincoat made of tarp, well, you stand out.
Or if you don't
It's
move, you
true.
blend in very well.
As
That's
long
true.
as you stand on with something that looks like you in the backdrop, yeah. I mean, colored as that's the tarp.
Next, let's say hello to Troll. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello!
From offstage, yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and where folks can find you and everything.
I'm a series of NPCs. I also run a game every other Tuesday. This Tuesday being doing that. It's set in an earlier version of this world, like earlier chronologically. It's a whole thing. I have a Twitch stream, Troll and Prettiest Princess, and I'm writing a book and stuff. I don't know. I don't never know what to say to these here. So I'm a spooky ghost. Woo! Spooky ghost.
All right, and then last but not least, Yaz, tell us about your wonderful self in this wonderful world that you put together, and take it away.
Hello, I am Yaz or Bodalia or whatever you want to call me. That's me. Hello, hi. I'm a visual storyteller and illustrator. I'll pop my link into the chat there in just a little bit because my focus is goldfish style today. This is the Neon Devils Splinter Canon. And it is a urban fantasy pre-cyberpunk kind of gritty world. All of our players are in old LA, which is in the shadow of a city literally built on top of it. And they have kind of been harangued together in a series of strange events that have sort of dragged them along in hopes to save Baldur's father and perhaps find some precious information to our characters. Last episode, they made the commitment in exchange for bloodworms to help protect a
Mongolian bloodworms.
Mongolian bloodworms.
It is specific.
Mongolian bloodworm eggs.
Yes.
Yes.
But to help protect a couple of VIPs that this activism pro a Tau meaning non-human equality protest that they're expecting violence at, and they very much want to make sure that these VIPs get to a secondary point safely, wherein they will be meeting with a government official that might be able to help them.
Did we hear who these VIPs are?
You were not told who they are.
I'm going to headcanon for myself that one of them is Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Yes.
Clearly
right.
still alive at this point in the
Clearly, he actually
course.
finally gets to come out as a vampire officially.
He was secretly in a towel the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have no
I'm here
idea
for
how much that delights me.
But yeah, that's where we're starting today. Our characters have just met up outside of this store in the market bazaar, connecting with each other and kind of putting together a plan. The next day is when, next day meaning in a couple of hours because it's late at night and y'all have been walking around town for a while, is your contact time and meeting point for helping these people out. So would you like to time skip to there, or would you like to find another adventure on the way?
I mean, who can say no to adventures?
I hate that audio, Raven, that you post in chat. It lives rent-free in my head all the time.
Same.
I was hoping to trigger it in Raven.
Yep. Good job.
Hooray!
We probably, given how distractible we are, we probably should just time skip to doing the thing.
Yeah, we're on a clock, aren't we?
Yes, you are
We
on
are
the
on
clock.
the clock,
I'd be very afraid of us.
You could miss your appointment.
Let's not do that.
No, we should probably.
No way
do
that could
the thing.
possibly go
Keanu
wrong.
would wait for us. He's cool.
It's not like you've cut
Does he
deals
know
with-
he has to wait for us, though?
Yeah, okay. Let's time skip to the thing.
Okay. So you guys either spend the time together, you burn the time, you head back to your apartments to get some rest. Is there anything specific that you guys do in this downtime before you all reconvene and meet up at the contact point?
So do we like know kind of what route we're doing? Do we have any details about this that we can like scope out what we're going to have to do?
So you were told where the protest is. It's the protest is taking place in Old LA, near the elevators. There's the giant elevators that take people to and from Deus. And the protest is happening there. They're planning on halting transport between the two cities because of it. There's a lot of open space. There's several buildings that are outside of the space that sort of create a ring around this area. So there's not a lot of overhead cover like there would be in the rest of the city. There's plenty of vantage points, but they are all at a distance for like being able to look down and see. And that would be all information that you as city dwellers would know. Your contact point is kind of like off to the side in one of these buildings, sort of out of the way of everything. And you have to transport them essentially around the protest to another location that has been secured. But only the VIPs technically know what that location is, so you are in the dark about it until now.
I think Tori would contact her casino crew because we were talking about having extra buddies to help us, so she'll contact them and just say, arrive at this point.
Excellent.
We need backup.
So, sorry, go on.
I think Tilda, knowing that we're about to be going into a dangerous situation where people are likely to get shot or exploded, we'll spend the downtime working on protection charms.
Okay. Anybody else?
I buy some sunscreen.
Okay, good. I mean,
I think for Stonekin it's called base coat. Like you get like just a primer.
I don't think I've ever been outside in the sunshine, so I think sunscreen is going to be my go-to.
I think it's turtle shell wax, like for your car.
Since you're not in Deus, you still don't technically have to worry about the sun because of the shadow of Deus.
So sunscreen
we
should
are
be
not going
fine.
Yeah, you should be
fine.
all right. It's just dusk and dawn that you kind of have to worry about. And you're far enough in the city, it doesn't matter. So, you're good. Just don't climb to the top of a building. You'll be fine.
I wonder if I could acquire a sniper rifle.
You want to roll for it?
Yo.
Because, like, V isn't necessarily good in a fight.
I mean,
I'm thinking I should watch from somewhere else.
You can always, like, sawed off and watch from the shadows and patch intel to them.
No, what you need to do is tell Tootie specifically that you need a sniper rifle. Get one of her good luck charms, and then you'll find a sniper rifle just laying there.
Well, that's kind of crazy how that works.
Oh, what a coincidence!
The mental image of
charm?
me like sitting on a rooftop with a sniper rifle though is pretty awesome.
Pretty cute.
Didn't I give the charm earlier? So you may
give
use
her a
it to
charm.
randomly find.
Do I still have that?
Yeah.
I don't think you've used your charm yet.
No, it's one use. So think of a sniper
There's
rifle.
just this random fruits merchant on the road who's selling just apples
Guns.
and a
It is
sniper
old
rifle.
LA.
Get a sniper
I mean,
rifle under the table.
He's like,
Like, what
This is
actually-
bizarre in old LA.
I like go up to buy a fruit, and he's like, do you have any need for a sniper rifle? I gotta get rid of this.
I'm Marie my flat. Would you like?
Priced to move. It is priced to move. We got to get
Yes.
this. What do I need to do to get you into this sniper rifle today?
Oh my god.
So would you
Got a
like?
few miles on it.
Would you like to
Because of the
attempt
range.
to obtain
Okay.
a sniper rifle?
Yeah, let's
And the
attempt to-
murders.
let's obtain a sniper rifle.
All right, so you have various means in which you could ask somebody for a sniper rifle. You have your connections. You also have this good luck charm. And I'm sure that you know a person who knows a person. So somebody's got a secret, right?
I guess I'll try connections then, eh?
Okay.
I want
can
to keep the charm for something really important.
Okay. Can I have you roll your charm?
My charm.
Just to see how well you do.
Yeah. 7, acceptable.
It's not bad. So your connections, you give, you've got this phone number. You know this guy. He's an old arms dealer. It's been a long time. He's trying to avoid the world, but like the world of arms dealing. But here we are, and you're calling him, and he's like, "I hate that you've asked me this, but yes." I have an old sniper rifle. The scope on it is off by about 4 feet to the right and up a little bit. So it's a little bit janky, but you know, it'll get the job done if you're practiced. You can pick it up at this location.
Okay, free. Just if I can get it repaired eventually, that'll be useful.
He does want in exchange for this favor that you never call him again under any circumstances, and that he wants nothing to do with you or his past life. He's over it.
With like, I will never call you for myself, with the understanding that if I'm asked to, I don't have a choice in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah. Thanks. Is that
Cool,
better?
cool.
Much better.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, your eyeballs are cute, but they don't have much to say.
No, they don't. All right, so you are able to obtain this really janky sniper rifle.
Work on it.
When you roll for using it, like firing it, I am going to have you roll with disadvantage until it's fixed.
Okay.
Real quick, thank you so much for that donation. I think that was anonymous, but that is a crit to V and advantage to Dovak.
Yeah! Thank you, anonymous donor!
Hooray! Now I can just crit.
All right.
Getting all the adventures I can get. So.
Rusty, are you doing anything or are you just hanging out with Tilda?
I don't understand your problems with offensive equipment. I have all I need on me.
All right. And Dovak, what are you up to?
Oh, a lot. Because he does have a gang, so he can call in some of them to help the people who aren't on staff. And he can also use this as an opportunity to pay off some gambling debts as well for the frequenters that weren't so lucky. Once again, he's still his prices are way more fair than anyone else in town. That doesn't mean that they don't have debts.
That's fair, considering.
So I don't know if how what I should roll to see how many people agree to come help, or
for both you and Turi, I'm not gonna have you roll for it. I'm just going to give you a set number of like a unit that shows up that you can control, like players on a board game, like what we were talking about earlier.
But yeah, I feel like just arranging it so that the back alley circus is still, I mean, not back alley circus, back alley fools are still running, even though some of their men are missing, but you know, they work in shifts, so it's all good. And then he may actually take a look at their hoard of acquisitions to see if there's anything that could be useful for this situation that he knows is kind of over their heads. But hey, listen, cards haven't steered him wrong before, so. So do I roll something to see if there's something useful? Like a useful artifact or?
Yeah. Sharp, I believe, would be the appropriate roll.
Excellent. Sharp it is.
I mean, I could buy that you could also roll weird, but you don't know if it's actually going to help or not if you roll weird.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty weird, but also he's trying to be cunning here.
All right, let's roll sharp then.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Let me see my pluses and minuses. Huh, it's 9, so mixed success.
Excellent. So you like going through what you have and what you know. Along the way, you find a what would be the word for it? I was not prepared to like improvisationally create items at the moment. My brain is drawing a blank. You find what looks like an amulet that breaks into 4 parts. And what this amulet does is it gives you about 4 minutes of invisibility, whoever is wearing a piece of this amulet.
Oh, nice.
But
All right,
only
all
4
right.
minutes, and it disintegrates when it's done. Once it's been activated.
Damn shame, seems useful. All right. He will take that. Leave the rest of the stuff. I mean, after all, this is the prizes for their games. He doesn't want to, you know.
You don't want to rob your people of it.
No, don't want to take from the pool, especially since a lot of these are hard to find. But sure, one can't hurt.
Excellent. So, anybody wanted to add anything else before I catch us up to speed?
We're gonna make sure that we have ability to communicate with each other, right?
I mean, that's up to you guys.
I assumed we were getting radios or something.
Yeah, we're gonna have earpieces.
Okay.
Do like
We-
cell phones exist in this
Yes.
world?
They
Yeah,
do
we have
exist.
cell phones, but I
We've
feel like
been using them.
Do
I mean,
we?
not me.
You do.
I
mean,
have a cell phone.
Can you imagine Rusty trying to use a cell phone? Oh, damn, there
Crush.
broke another one.
They have to make
Need
stone
new phone.
kid-sized. Or
And they're so
stone kid.
delicious. They're just so delicious. That's the biggest problem. Is they
Stone
taste
kid
good.
don't-
They have
Forbidden
all the
snack. Expensive snack.
Electrolytes is what they have.
yeah,
Really?
exactly.
Exactly.
It's got rare earth metals. It's they're just delicious, and they're like granola bars for stuff.
Yeah.
Protein
No,
bar.
no. See,
Yeah.
because they're so expensive, it's more like caviar.
Very
Well-
expensive snacks.
They're just all
Well,
the
wait.
old the old cell phones, like the ones that get recycled. That's how they get
Yeah.
recycled.
There's little Nokia bricks that breed.
Yeah.
They're breeding, so there's more of them.
It's an
So-
entirely different.
Is there a Stone King who ate so many Nokias? He's even tougher than me.
Yes, there's a single one.
Yeah,
Okay.
they call him the garbage
I love
compactor.
that.
He is currently frozen in an ice flow in Russia.
Apart from every now
But-
and then you can hear dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
he still gets calls. He has amazing reception, but
I was about to say,
Like,
does he still
here
get
you
text
are-
messages?
Here you are in the
Yes,
middle of the
yes.
wilderness in Russia, and then all of a sudden, like, you have cell phone reception, and it saves this poor traveler's life.
And they have a job as customer service. Your call is very important to us.
Can you
Because I
hear
have
me now?
literally nothing else to do.
Good.
So, to go back and answer that question, anybody that would like to use a cell phone can use a cell phone, has access to a cell phone. Tilda, I would not put it past you to have like like the little flip ear radio things like security details might have. Or
Oh
know
yeah.
a guy who knows a guy.
I kind of imagine that like she's gotten like the earpiece and then like the throat microphone that like special ops
Yeah.
type stuff where it sits on your throat so you don't actually have to talk very loud at all.
Mm-hmm.
What would
Perfect.
you all have done with my character? Because he has nowhere to go and nothing to do. Besides buying sunscreen.
Is it
I
like
mean,
a good idea to keep
If
him with
left
the
to his own
VIPs?
devices, he will simply walk to where we're supposed to be and wait there
Aw.
All night.
all night.
Oh.
well,
Good.
Tilda will offer to let Balder
Just-
stay with her if he needs to.
You could also
You
probably
can-
stay at the hospital. I mean, she's
That's
next
true,
to
too.
kin.
That's true.
I guess.
Still can have different family roles, but
You can hang out with me if you want.
There are options.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
Turi
like
could
whoever
stay with
volunteers
Boulder.
first. Yeah.
I have a question, yes.
Yes.
So I have an ability called Technological Insight, which allows me to repair devices. Do you think that my gun would qualify under that?
Mm, yes, technically, because it's the scope that's the problem.
Yes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if I
Okay.
can fix my own
Roll
damn
for
gun.
Roll for it.
That's plus sharp.
So since Raven was the first one that offered a solution, Tilda will be, well, Promethea will be the one that offers a place for Balder to stay first.
Then that's where I'll be.
Excellent. Yay, Stone Kid Buddy. I love
And
him so much.
Tilda's apartment is she doesn't really stay at any one place very, very long, so it's basically like a bed and a little kitchen area and like a murder board, and that's pretty much it. So she's just gonna be like, you can take that corner over there if you want. Sorry, I don't have any other furniture.
Like how? That's. Huh. All right.
There's some ramen in the. Like, do you eat ramen?
Sometimes.
There's some in the cupboard over there.
I'm immediately gonna go see Rusty and be like, "There's nothing in her room. She's just there's nothing in there. There's no stuff. There's no books. There's no TV.
So-
There's nothing."
So Promethea is hanging somewhere around Rusty's place?
I figured you two were together, right? That was my
Sometimes,
understanding.
but not all the time.
Exactly, that's what I thought so. But Rusty can hang with you with that because Rusty also has nothing to do.
I figured you're
Yeah.
close at least. Maybe you're sleeping in the alley.
Does Tonkin need to sleep? Because I think we never asked this question.
Right? They don't really sleep.
it doesn't like if they go for long periods of time. Well, basically, only ogres and mother fathers actually have to sleep. All the others can just sort of like slam back something organic to get some energy. It's like
Okay,
everything's slightly caffeinated. For all organic
Okay.
material is caffeine.
So ogres reach that stage when human people say get out of my lawn and need to
It's like I'm napping now.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make
Okay,
up
so
for all the
Rusty-
napping I didn't do.
Okay, so Rusty is indeed catching up on naps somewhere below Prometheus' window.
When I approach and say the things I just said, like
I have a beautiful image of Balder leaning out the window.
maybe I just jump down. Like,
Yeah.
Superhero landing.
That's okay, I suppose. I mean, I don't have any to be honest. I mean,
you don't have any toys either. Oh, that's
she's
so sad.
a lot like Stonkin. We don't need furniture, right? A lot.
I need
I-
furniture. That's where I sit when I play video games. I'm really good. You should come over one day and play with me.
I forgot how it is to use a bed. I suppose I had one when I was at work too.
You're a bit big for
don't
a
remember
bed,
that.
yeah. You'd have to get one special. I could make you one. I'll make you a bed.
No point. I mean, I'm used to napping when I'm sitting or standing. Getting up is too much work when you weigh so much. I mean, you'll reach that stage too, when lying down won't be worth the effort of getting up.
I lie down. I'm gonna check. No, I'm still awake. And I'll get back up. And okay, you have a good rest.
Thank you.
Pat. Then I'll go back up to the room and sit in the
Well,
corner.
I'm yelling. If you have nothing to do, you can find something for us to have on breakfast. I mean anything. Later.
Like that
Before we
wall.
go. No. I mean, I think your father taught you about the Graal and the Need Graal, right?
What?
I mean the thing that make you grow and that thing that make you move. When
I just
you
eat
eat,
a lot of
right?
stuff. Mostly tacos.
Tacos. Not big enough. But I
Oh,
suppose if you find a lot, enough of them, they would work too. Like a crate or 2 buckets.
That's a lot of tacos.
Yeah, I suppose they would be too expensive.
Maybe if we make them ourselves. I mean, I don't think Prometheus got any, ingredients for cooking, but
I mean,
maybe we can order some.
food the other eat is too much hassle.
We'll get you something. Don't worry.
I don't want to bother you. Maybe find like an old furniture. Furniture. We're talking about furniture, right? Furniture could do. Like find
He
me
doesn't
an
have
old
any
cupboard.
furniture. That was I was telling you. There's nothing in there. That's
Yeah, of
empty.
course. I mean, like an old.
Did you already eat all the furniture? Is that why it's empty?
No,
Oh.
I'm not eating somebody's furniture. I meant you can
But
like
you
I
just
don't
asked
know.
me
Look
to
in
give me
trash.
furniture. I'm so confused. I'm just gonna go inside.
Look in trash for a chair that somebody has thrown away or an armchairs are good too. There are a lot of different stuff. You mean there's wood, there's cloth, there's foam.
All right. I'll just slowly back away. And then go in.
Ask
His defense.
Promethea. I yell. Ask Promethea about organic stuff. She'll tell you what's
All
what.
the neighbors are like, keep it down, man.
It's
What?
like 3 in the morning.
When I get back up to Promethea, I'm like, Promethea, Rusty's really hungry. I think you might eat someone. It's like a big problem.
Okay.
He wanted to eat your furniture, but you don't have any.
No, I don't.
I hear you.
Oh,
I said I don't want to eat her furniture. Some old furniture somebody has thrown away. And I yell it really loud. So probably entire neighborhood shakes.
You're immediately responded to by several neighbors either banging on doors, slamming windows, or shouting back at you all.
Shut up!
Yes.
Home actually is really delicious.
I'd like to take this time to flip into Prometheus' window from outside with my gun and just like immediately sit down and start repairing it. Like, hey, what's up?
Hello.
In response to the
Is that a
in
gun?
response to the shouts and things, Tilda's gonna lean her head out the window and shout out and be like, I can make your tongues fall off. Shut up.
So can I. It's called having teeth.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
This is our neighborhood.
I mean, there's only 4 of us.
She looks at
but-
V and goes, oh, hi. What's up?
She's got a gun. Look,
Yep.
it's big. Can I play with it?
No, I gotta fix it first.
Oh, all right. What's wrong with it?
Scope's off. I also probably should just give it a routine cleaning anyway, though. My character, I can't stay away from guns no matter what I do.
Tilda's gonna lean out to Rusty and just say, I think there were some wooden pallets that I saw that had gotten thrown out the next alley over. Would that work?
See, I yelled. No more yelling. I say to Baldur, see, you can bring those around for a breakfast. And now I will shut up and get some sleep too.
Pulls a
I'm too
dumpster
distracted
over
by
his
the
arm.
gun and the repairing because Baldur likes to fix things. So he's just staring in awe at V tinkering with things, and he's got his own little tools out. Just like,
Cute. Oh, that's adorable. That 11 is your success for fixing the gun, correct?
Correct.
You are able to fix the scope so that it registers correctly.
Hooray, gun.
Yay. So now it works for the most part. You're not entirely sure how to use it, but it's fairly self-explanatory.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. It's fine.
Okay. So with that, we're all good, right? Nothing specific else that you would like to happen before the job begins?
let's
yeah,
do
just
the heist. I mean, the
all
job
our,
where we
all our
protect
enemies
people.
just magically fall dead. That's
Oh no,
done.
that can't happen.
Damn, I
sorry.
love it when that happens.
Yay.
Oh
way that
well,
could
this is the
possibly go wrong.
finale.
Good game, guys. Good game.
Okay.
GG, we're out. So
But
the
I
next
want
day,
more.
Charm thing.
Oh
yes.
yeah, so the charms that you make, you are. Oh my god,
You mean my charms or
no.
something?
Promethea made
Prometheus.
protection charms for your team. Now I can't find the specific message that you sent.
So
But-
I can recap.
thanks.
So what she's going for is like a single use charm for the party, for each member of the party and the VIPs, that basically cancels damage from like one gunshot attack or an explosion.
Okay. Yes. So you are able to make protection charms for all of the player characters. You are able to make one additional charm for one of your VIPs. This charm for everybody, you can choose to use it in action against combat to zero out any damage and protect yourself from any AoA one time. Sound good? So y'all should add that to your notes. That'd be cool. I will immediately forget. You guys are given, you have your contact your pickup location. It is the 3rd floor of a building that usually is full of people and shops, but has currently been pushed out in expectation for this protest. You can already see that protesters are gathering. There are several crowds milling about in this open area that you pass to get there. As you're kind of waiting outside, both Cheery, your unit of 6 individuals, a handful of them are your curly mop head redhead friends from the Black Feather Casino, who look a little bit rambunctious and fairly excited to help you out. And Dovak, you also receive a unit of 6 people. These are people that owe you favors or owe you a debt of some kind, that have all shown up to assist you, and they are going to be both your backup and your shield. Both of these units, you can disperse them how you wish, but they are there to protect you. I will be marking damage for them, and I will periodically let you know if you encounter combat, how many unit members that you have left after a certain amount of time, kind of thing, if that happens.
That sounds like some of them might die.
I'm just saying, maybe.
No.
What? Death? Not on my watch.
So,
Unless it's
Just-
the card.
in preparation, Turi would have brought a pack of post-it notes with her, and she's going to stick a post-it note on each one of the crew members.
Now, do you do it
Mark.
just for your people, or do you do
I mean,
it?
I'll give it to anyone. If everyone else has arrived, I'll just stick a sticky note on
If
everyone.
you just start like giving away luck charms, does that diminish your own luck?
That's a good question.
Are they luck charms or are they just post-it notes?
Do they
With their
have
names?
Turi.
do they have
Are-
inappropriate things written on them?
Is it their names or are you naming them? Like,
They're just empty
sleepy dog,
They're literally empty post-it notes.
empty. Okay.
So I imagine Dovak's promise is probably half to all their debt, depending on how deep the debt is, just knocked out for this. So
Perfect. Sounds
Good
good.
news. Dying clears your debt.
So
hey,
everybody, both
can't
units.
tax you in hell.
Yes, go on, Turi.
One thing, I don't give a post-it note to V or Baldur because they already have a charm from me.
Okay.
So I can't give them 2.
So one of the things I imagine Dovak's doing is he doesn't want his crew to get in trouble for being here. So they're all secret police style, in disguises. And it turns out they have a great costuming department.
I believe it. All right. So
Fashion
Dovak-
is
So they
important.
aren't wearing the red and black of the back alley fools. They are,
Okay.
One's got a beard that's all crepe hair and everything, and it's like, dude, I'm a girl. You look great with a beard, honey.
Sounds great. Y'all are wonderful. The visual image that I have for this is great. You all walk in, except for the people listed, with sticky notes on your lapels, like it's some special club. You wait. You're only waiting for a brief amount of time before your 3 VIPs walk into the room. One of which is a very sweet little old grandma. The other
She isn't.
two,
I was gonna say she's suspicious.
She's
very sweet.
She has a
Nona.
green streak in her hair. It's otherwise sort of that mix of white and gray.
What was her name?
Established characters.
The other
Funny
two,
seeing her out of her gingerbread cottage.
The
What was
other,
their name?
She has not announced herself yet, and you have not been told. The other
Okay.
two are kind of far more normal, like people that you'd expect, rough around the edges. Both are male, with indiscriminate clothing and hair choices. But they seem to be kind of they're there supporting this sweet little grandma.
Ooh, we just hit 10 retweets on the game tweet, and that means somebody gets an advantage.
Woo!
So I'm gonna roll with this Die Hard Fey Queen die.
Woo.
Let's see who gets it. Hey, Rusty gets it.
Yay!
Yay!
So y'all are waiting, and this sweet grandma and her bodyguards walk in. Yes, Rusty.
I have a question to Promethea.
Yeah.
So, this is who are we protecting?
Is this who we're protecting?
I mean,
yes.
it's you weren't ever told who you were protecting, but these are the only people that have actively sought you out and fixed the bill for 3 VIPs. So,
Do they all have to
Yes.
make it, or
I'm
just
pretty-
one or two?
I'm pretty sure this is who we're supposed to be protecting, yes.
Because the closer I am to the person I am protecting, the more angle from the bullets I cover.
That is fair.
Are people going to be shooting at them? Why?
Probably.
I don't know. That is my
That was-
experience with
that
when
was
somebody
racist.
needs protecting. I
That's
always
racist,
end
that's why.
shooting at me.
Turi
I
would go
suppose
up
that's
to
the
these
job.
VIPs and go, "Can I interest you in a lucky post-it note?"
Sorry.
Well, Lovey, I've never said no to a post-it note in my life.
Here you
So-
go. You can use it
Thank
once. It's
you.
very lucky.
Oh, I can tell.
And
It smells
and
like...
Rusty is closing into. Good morning. I will
I
be
mean,
your
post-it notes
bullet
make-
shield today.
Bullet shield.
You'll
Dovek's
be
like,
good at that.
hey, Tootie, may I have one of them? They make good cigarette wrappers in a jiff.
I mean, sure, but here you go. And she slaps it on his hand.
You use post-it
Thanks.
notes with the glue for cigarette wrappers. This
Don't need glue.
explains
You'd be surprised
a
how well it
lot.
works.
I would use it for luck, but whatever floats your boat.
Man, tough crowd. Can't take a joke.
I mean, you're welcome.
Yes.
Hey.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
So how come
the
you,
good
you
luck.
need
post-it
protection?
note.
Oh, what was that, Lovey?
How come you need protection?
Oh, mostly I just I need a set of eyes, and just look at me. People tend to think that, well, that they have a chance, and it's best to let them believe that I've found over the years.
Hmm.
And
Oh, and
who
you-
are your
this-
friends?
This
Hmm?
granny's got class. I dig it.
Yeah, who are your friends?
Oh, this is Walter, and this is Derek. That's
Hello,
not
Walter.
their real
Hello, Derek.
names. It's not their real names. They like to
Oh.
pretend things. You, however, may call me Oma Green, or just Oma.
Hello,
Nice
Grandma.
to meet you, Oma.
Yes.
I'm
Pleased to meet you.
I'm Promethea. I will also be working to protect you. And here, she has one of the charms over. Like this will offer you limited protection from bullets or explosions.
Ooh, well, very, very nice, very nice. Now, I hope I don't give you any insult, but I am going to give it to my friend Derek here because he's a bit more allergic to bullets than me or Walter.
I completely understand. Whoever needs it the most is welcome to it.
Well, thank you, Lovey. It's very appreciated. Oh, it'll do my heart good.
Well, that's good to know
Ooh,
because we
ice
can keep all lead
bulletproof?
things away from him. because we are keeping him safe. So if anyone's got any lead stuff, keep it away from him.
Will do, Balder. Thank you.
Are you bulletproof?
You are just a little delight, aren't you?
He's at least good for a laugh, that's for sure.
Do we have a clear path? I was hoping to go get set up for watch.
Oh yeah, are we going somewhere or are we staying here? What's the plan?
So Derek and Walter kind of very awkwardly like buck up ready to respond, and they say one of them pulls out a map and opens it up and shows you guys the route, the most direct route to where the drop-off point is. This is where you need to get Oma safely. And up until this point, you have not known where you are going. There's 3 vantage points that you, V, would be able to see the majority of that progress. But you would need to switch about halfway through and get to a second vantage point to be able to cover them the last leg.
Sounds good. Give Oma a respectful little bow and then peace out to my first spot.
Yeah.
I also, when I get there, want to check with my sniper the other spots to make sure other people have not set up.
That's a good idea. We'll get back to that.
Thanks, Michael, for that subscription gifted to Paladin. Paladin, who would you like to give an advantage to?
No, of course not. Judy.
All right.
Thank you.
You are also directed that you will be waiting for another 30 minutes before leaving this save point, and before pushing into the crowd. Do any of you do anything during that time? Thierry had a question for Oma.
Are you bulletproof?
Short answer, no. Long answer, yes, with a maybe.
Oh, exciting.
Never been shot. I might be bulletproof too.
Well, of course, a strapping young stone like you. Oh, does my heart good.
A few questions for you, Alma,
Yes.
if you
yes.
would.
Yes, dearie.
Just so we can be better prepared to protect you.
Mhm.
Do you have, clearly you're worried about some sort of enemies, or you wouldn't need the protection, but do you have specific enemies in mind? Any particular factions or individuals that might wish you harm?
Well, on this side of the bridge, they tend to be a little less active, is the word I'll use. But I have not made many friends in the old magic. I've angered them a bit, and I also think I think you'd call him my grandfather. I think he might be in town, and it'd be best if I had somebody to give me some warning, some extra eyes. You know, I have trouble seeing all directions. You know, particularly at my age.
I see. That was incredibly vague and unhelpful, but I appreciate it, and I feel like you and I would get along well.
I get that feeling too.
Do any of us know who this is?
You do not.
Grandma.
You know her as Grandma. V, you've already left the conversation that may have given you a little bit of
Damn it!
a clue. I'm sorry. The rest of you are unawares of this.
Sorry, I'm getting echo from someone pretty bad. So if everyone could check and see if your speakers are on, maybe.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
I have pushed no buttons.
It
My
stopped
speakers
now.
are not on.
Okay, that was weird.
Strange.
It was like a feedback echo.
I think I
weird
heard it
thing.
too.
I did not hear anything.
It's gone now.
But I'm crazy. Okay,
Just
so
tech gremlins.
did you have more questions, Tilda?
Yeah, actually, Tilda would probably ask, who's her grandfather?
Well, great granddad, I think is a better way to put it. But I think you'd probably know him by George. George, yeah. That's the name he's been using most often.
Any
Like the last
last
100
name
years or so.
with that?
Oh, trust me, if you knew him, then George would be enough. He's memorable.
Great.
Quite
Again,
memorable.
extremely unhelpful, but I appreciate it.
Well,
Lucas?
I can give you a quick description without putting you in any danger
I've
of
got
knowing
it.
too much.
He's Asian, and he
Lisa.
says, "Oh my." That's him, right?
Exactly. Yes, she's
Nailed
Tilda
it.
Decay is also
100 times over.
also a Tau, apparently.
Well,
Yeah.
you've seen him clearly. I mean, it's the only logical conclusion.
It's fair.
A quick police sketch is always.
He does seem too
Enough.
cool to be just a plain human.
I see. Well, I believe he's about a head taller than your little human friend over there. So about a few inches higher than Walter. His skin is kind of they look like tattoos or brands with a kind of a scale pattern. And he has usually he has this bizarre hair choices that I don't know when he picked this up. It may have been before I was around. But picked it up where he's like divided it, and it's got like three little mohawks poking out. And then adds, well, he when he wants to take command of someone's attention, you'll know he's there.
See if I can find a picture
Okay.
of this description.
So a couple
Honestly.
things. First off, thank you so much to K-Dance for the Prime subscription. Let me know in chat who you
Yay!
would like to give an advantage to.
Yay!
And then, second question: does this description sound remotely familiar to Tilda?
Not to Promethea and not to anybody in this room, but potentially characters y'all played in the past.
Will do,
just,
Kay, thanks.
just like the one person who probably knows is happens to be the one who left.
Yeah.
I'm dying. It's delightful. I'm so excited.
Tilda's just gonna do the
So-
again.
Honestly,
not
I like-
helpful, but thank you.
I like Tao who, know how to make a presence. But
Sorry
we'll
to
keep an
interrupt one
eye
more
out.
time, but thank you, Kay, for the advantage which went to Hannah.
Woo!
Finish your thought, Rowan.
I forget now.
I'm so
Sorry.
sorry.
Mood.
Honestly, I think it was like, honestly, I can appreciate a Tao that commands a room. We'll keep an eye out.
So,
how
and
are we
Rusty,
getting there? Are we walking?
Rusty has
Are
no
we
idea
taking the bus?
who are we talking about.
Rusty.
Thanks for the follow.
Rusty
AC Stella.
probably would actually.
Yeah. I think you might know enough to get a roll on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll sharp.
Oh, okay.
We want to level you. We're trying to level you up.
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
XP, XP, XP.
Come on. Oh,
Hey, it's a 7.
okay. No XP, but a mixed success. So, I think it was a win-win situation anyway.
I found the picture to share with y'all, and it's just whee, my iPad doesn't want to work. Rusty, you're pretty sure you have an idea about who it is, but also maybe not. Like, it's been so long, and
Why would they be
would
there?
he even be here in old LA? Like, what? Nah.
Okay,
it
so
couldn't be him.
that sounds like Rusty's situations. There is some memory, like bouncing around, but lost long ago. Okay.
Yes. Kind of like you have an idea, but it doesn't sound plausible. It's not worth it anyways. During the time that you guys are having this conversation, though, the atmosphere sounds outside of the crowd growing have become hurricane-like. In a short time period, it almost feels like the amount of crowds there have escalated into aggression or concern. Yay, thank you. And there's a lot of shouting. There haven't been any gunshots or weapons fired yet, but you can hear the way that things are beginning to stir up and become increasingly what would be the word for it? It's boiling. It's coming to a boiling point. Dovik's men, if they are standing outside, would be able to immediately report that the police department has very aggressively begun trying to crowd control. That weapons are drawn, but nothing has been fired yet, and people have become very uncomfortable. Several Tau have lost their glamours. It becomes very much like a standoff, and they're waiting for the first side to act.
It's like, oh good, they brought the pepper balls.
Delicious.
I love.
What's going on
I can
there?
imagine. I can imagine he says this without context as well. He's just like, "Oh, good, they brought the pepper balls."
And I'll stand next to you and look out the window.
This
Nothing
is
good.
about the time that you are expected to get a move on to answer your question, Balder. There is too much crowd in the area and too much junk in all of the streets to be able to properly get a vehicle in this area, so you are on foot.
All right.
Well, I think that's our cue, isn't it?
If I can, and if Rusty is willing, Tilda will try to climb up Rusty's back to look out over the crowd and get a better vantage point and make sure nobody's taking aim at our VIPs.
Piggybacking Tilda, I love it.
I can
Adorable.
I can just put a hand for you to step on and rise it to my shoulder.
Perfect. Even better.
There's so many good scenes in this episode that I want to draw already.
So yeah, Tilda's looking out over the crowd, doing the Secret Service, stare into the crowd, looking for anybody that's moving for a weapon or taking aim at our VIPs or anything like that.
All right, I need. Sorry, go on.
Specifically, probably to let Promethea know where I was going to be situated.
So
Okay.
you had eyes.
Yes.
So you all know where V is, and you know the second vantage point that she will be taking. I need everybody to first roll me sharp, and secondly to roll me cool.
Cool. Also, Tilda will be knowing that we'll coordinate with V as well and be guy with the red hat, in this area, to let V know, look over there and with your scope and see if he's up to something or whatever.
Okay.
Teamwork. Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream
Not
work.
Sharp at all.
Everybody's getting XP
And
except
not
me.
cool either.
All
That's
right.
2 XP.
I'm also
cool.
not getting XP.
Y'all are doing great so
Oh.
far.
What a beautiful day.
Cheery
To suck, I mean.
and Dovak, can I have you roll an additional sharp for your units for me? We're gonna use your
Fabulous.
same sharp for them.
So my sharp is 9, mixed success again. My cool, I'm so cool, dude. I got 11s.
Nice.
And my unit 10. So mixed success. success.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
So for me, crew.
cool. Can you repeat that one more time, Amina? I lost you for a second.
Yes. So the fail roll, but a success crew.
Okay, I heard most of that. You failed your
Uh,
rolls, but your crew did okay. Is that correct? Oh no, did we lose
Oh,
you?
she's frozen.
Take it.
No.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Oh, she's straight, she's straight up disappeared.
Shoosh.
Oh,
Dang.
Queen.
Sherry's
Now I
back.
am rusty.
Oh, did we change spots?
Mm-hmm.
So
Who am I?
My-
we're
Back to normal.
Wow, that was fast.
there we go.
Perfect. Thanks for putting those in the notes, by the way, Rowan. That's going to help me.
Except,
Yes.
nope, we're not in the right spots.
Well,
Oh.
that's specifically what bad luck charm does. I'm bad luck charm for everyone but myself.
There we go. That fixed it.
Okay.
Cool.
We're just gonna have to play Balder.
I snipe all the monsters.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yo!
Oh yeah.
All right. So you guys set out into the crowd. Tilda, you used an advantage. Is that correct? Or
No, Hannah did. I failed
Okay.
both rolls.
So now I've got 10s on both my rolls.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure there was so much information all at once. I was like, oh no, what have I done?
I'm now 1 XP from leveling up the second time. So
I still haven't even leveled up once.
I haven't either!
Dang it.
You missed a session.
Well, stop being competent.
It's the session.
I'm
Fuck off.
just
My
saying.
dice are just lucky.
I'm just saying. I still haven't leveled up, and I've been here for all of them. But like, yes, we're both in that space. But like, I do want stuff, but
I just don't want to fail.
That's
That's
one of
fair.
the fun parts
That's
about
fair.
Monster of the Week is like either way you get something, and it's just a matter of what something do you want more right now.
XP.
You need to work on your XP. I just need to look around.
Cool. All right. So your cool rolls are essentially your stealth and not drawing attention to yourself.
Oh,
So
I'm
good
drawing
going.
all the attention.
You're kind of sitting above the crowd on the back of a
Back of a
gigantic
stone
stonekin. So I
basically a
mean,
neon sign.
Just yelling,
Uh-huh.
look at me!
a
look at me!
dartboard.
Look at me!
Target.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Self-check.
Promethea left Rusty because we wouldn't be able to work this way.
Okay.
Promethea would be bad part of a bullet shield.
Okay.
She could
good.
shield you from bullets for like a brief
Once.
time.
Let me explain to you how this is going to start, and then we're going to go on a brief break.
Oh boy.
yeah,
Good.
You guys get out into the crowd. Tilda climbs up just long enough to get a vantage point, and very clearly the attention of everybody is on the attention of everybody else. To you, there is so much going on that you can't really see anything. Now, anybody that did get a mixed success on your sharp, you know that already you have drawn the eyes of people. Several cops have split off from the peace unit that they were trying to put together, and are making their way directly towards you. For those that got a full success on their vision or on their sharp, you know that not just the police are beelining in your direction, but you also know that there is a couple of various different types of Atau that are trying to make it to the spot that you're in. Anybody that got cool, that was a mixed success or higher, that will only come into play later. So remind me when we get there. Or I'll remind myself and tell you. We'll see. But you set out into the crowd. You already have markers that are placed on you. People are already trying to get to you. And so far, the crowd is thick. It's shoulder to shoulder, both with Mortal and Itau. And you find it very hard to very kindly push your way through. The crowd does not want to give way. Yes, Rusty.
Really? They don't want to move out of my way?
They don't. They're trying. They're trying to be real. Like, they're like, oh no, but like specifically for Rusty, right at the last minute, they all just kind of like get out of the way because they're pretty sure that you can crush them in a second. But they try. They definitely try to impede your progress.
I'm trying to be very delicate.
Just you shove them to the side. Unfortunately, you're while you are absolutely delicate, you don't hurt anybody. You do aggravate the people around you because they're too terrified of being pushed around by a stone kid. So already, like, people are throwing trash and objects at you, and it's a good time. Oma's protection has kind of like bulked up, and these.
They're walking right behind Rusty, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Terry, yes. Sorry.
Yes. Before we go on break, I would like Turi to do Friends on the Force, so we can get the police off our back at least.
Oh, right. I don't need to make you roll for that,
Nice.
right?
It is no. It's an act under pressure.
Okay, so roll for it, and let's see
Okay.
how that ends up.
Oh,
Yep, that's cool roll.
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Be cool. Cool about it.
I'm definitely
Oh.
using advantage. I'm using advantage.
I also have luck points.
Don't be
I'm using
suspicious.
advantage.
Wow.
For Christ's sake.
Oh no!
Use your luck.
I'm
Yeah,
going to use a
please.
luck point.
We're the cops. We don't have any friends.
It's rolled
I have
away.
used
I
a
mean,
luck point because that's just ridiculous.
That's like the same thing that happened to me in the finale of Beyond the Wall.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
big oof.
Big oof.
This is what happens when I
XP,
create a character
XP is
that's
good.
lucky.
Oh yeah, the universe is immediately like, oh, they're lucky, are they?
Yeah, really.
We'll see about that.
Well, I've used a luck point
Okay,
and one of my advantages.
excellent. So the cop, you make eye contact with the person that's kind of leading point with these cops that are sort of trying to get through. And they make eye contact with you, and you
Wave.
can see like them slowing down, and they put their hand up to the others, and they're like you see like the body language of, oh no, they're fine, it's okay, let's get back to what we're doing. And the
At that
cops-
moment, she'll also stop me from throwing a brick at the police.
good,
Yes, I will. Yeah.
good.
I'll literally go, hi, to that person obnoxiously.
They're just like, oh yeah, no, we're good. Let's get out of here.
Now, this is our job. We don't
That
need the
was
police
handy.
to bodyguard these people. That's what we're doing.
Oh, they're
Oh, you
people.
sweet, sweet summer child.
All right. With that stage set, can we go on a brief break?
We can and we will.
Excellent.
Exactly. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. We're going to give people time to go grab a snack, hydrate, stretch your legs, all that good stuff. But be back here in 15 minutes and we'll find out how the rest of this goes. We'll be right back.
Miss you.
And we're back. Oh no, it froze again.
Oh no!
So
That was so evil. That was so evil.
I didn't see that Zoom had frozen because it was on a different window when I went back.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I think so. I think it's because I plugged in my iPad and it was trying to back up because it's plugged in now. So
Oh,
That'll
You're
do
still a
it.
little choppy.
it might take a second to chill out.
that's fine.
Like
But,
you're like, okay, I think we're ready to go back, and I'm like, I'm literally eating.
Sorry, I thought you said go ahead and go back.
Our
It's
bad.
okay if you're eating. That was my
Well, I'm gonna
bad.
start eating my cheeseburger then, because I thought I missed that chance.
No, go for it.
I mean,
Just be
you're,
Well,
you're
no,
not on
not even
camera.
on
It's on camera.
You can do whatever
I
you
can pretty much
want.
do whatever I want.
I mean, as long as it's not
Goodbye,
distracting the rest
pants.
of us, it's all good.
Yeah. So there's a crowd and they're doing things, right?
Yes. You guys have pushed your way into the crowd. Rusty is unceremoniously paving the way ahead of you.
No. I said I'm trying to be very kind, so let's not call it unceremoniously. I'm trying my best.
With great
He's doing his
ceremony.
best, man.
with
Yes,
the
he's
most.
got the Catholic guy with the little fog machine in front, and he's got the
Sensor.
crucifix. Yeah, sensing, that's the word. Yeah, ceremonious.
With as much tact as a stonekin can possibly muster in every fiber of their being, Rusty is
Pardon.
paving the way.
Pardon.
Just can't not laugh this entire game. Anyways,
It's one of those games, and I love it.
I ate spicy stuff and my nose is running too, so thanks a lot, guys.
That's your fault.
Yeah, your choice of lunch is awful.
Anyways, so
So-
you're sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, what kind of a Tau do we have coming in hot on them?
You would be able to tell there are probably like 4 to 8 different Itau. You're not. They're all making their way towards them, but you're not sure the amount of intention. And at most 8, and they're all various sizes and creatures. One of them might be a shapeshifter because you were pretty sure that they were not as big as they were a couple seconds ago. But they do have. There is a breadth of time. These
Listen, my depth perception's off anyways, so he could have been just the same size. Who knows?
It's true. It's true. You do. I mean, she fixed her scope though, so.
I shall radio in these incoming bogeys.
Okay.
I know why you're laughing.
Go on. Sorry.
Alex does too.
What? Oh, What did I
You're-
say?
It's bogeys. It's a term for a character that has nothing to do with this particular game or right now. So it was just a funny coincidence that you used that word. Yes, what Alex said. They are a type of a Tau.
And I shall use whatever is the actual appropriate term.
You
So-
fucking racist. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
I think that
god.
might actually be the actual term. It's really weird. That's their
Anyways,
yells at.
Bogeys are also used as like enemy targets.
yes, the word bogey is synonymous with incoming enemies. So you're good. You used it right. It was just a double entendre for some
It's
of
just a
us.
funny coincidence.
So V relays this information to the rest of you.
Okay.
Are they looking hostile?
I don't know if we can see them. We're
Yeah,
in the
can
back.
we
Not
without
see
the...
them.
We've got a crowd, you know.
You guys are far more focused on moving through the crowd right now. You just know that they are approaching you from both the left and from behind.
Behind is where we are. Do I see them?
Not through the crowd. Not on the floor, the ground level.
I jump and try to see them.
It is ineffective.
Dang it.
Eh.
Oh no, I jump
Cute.
real high.
What do you
Oh,
got? A
weird.
pair of moon shoes? I don't think that's gonna happen.
He's a quarter gargoyle, so
I would like Balder to have moon shoes now.
Okay.
Like I'm imagining like Mario's double jump.
Like really cool kicks. I just want Balder to have really cool kicks.
Might.
Could I try a spell to bring in like a
Pumped up
big
kicks.
gust of wind to like blow the crowd back a bit?
Like epicenter from you or originating from somewhere else?
Epicenter from the party, yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna...
the middle of the party, right behind Rusty. Just from Rusty to the crowd, a giant gust of wind.
And then you're gonna say, "Excuse me," afterwards.
Yes.
Okay. Tilda, how do you
Tacos.
set that spell up?
Tacos.
I think Tilda pulls out a little container that has like a bunch of old leaves in it that have been blown by the wind. And she takes a couple of those out and like crumples them up while reciting a spell, and then just essentially throws the little leaf bits into the air to cause
Cool.
the spell to happen.
I'm gonna have you roll for that.
Thanks. Success!
Yay! It does exactly that. Those leaves hit the air, and from around your party, a gale picks up and blows through the crowd. It effectively sweeps several people back, knocks a handful of people off of their feet, but it immediately puts the attention of the majority of the people in the area on all of you. They all now know where you are and that you've cast magic at them. You are in a very heated area where tensions are running very high, and both sides take this as an attack.
Okay.
And
I
a
thought
fight.
they already knew where we all were because
Well,
Giant Stonekin.
there's a difference between seeing a giant stonekin and being like, it's just another Tau, and being hit by magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say.
I misunderstood the situation. I thought everybody like was paying attention to us.
You're good.
But
It's not going to be like in the long run. It's not a bad character decision. Just so you know.
okay.
It works really well for what you're trying to do.
Getting hard to hear again.
Dang it. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes. And I actually see everyone look at us, and I went, "So you didn't get the memo on the stealth part of the mission, did you?"
B just said that we're being attacked essentially. Like enemies are coming in towards our position and we can't see them. So wind.
The good thing is that those enemies that were inbound are now knocked prone with the rest of the crowd. But brawls have broken out. Their attention is technically no longer on you, but on each other.
Tilda's just gonna look at Dovak and say, "See, problem solved. Let's move." As if I
Sure.
intended this all along. What are you talking about?
A happy
It's good.
coincidence.
So you guys all start to push forward faster,
Sides.
or
I thought
at the
you
same
cared.
pace?
I say,
Mm-hmm.
besides, I thought you cared about people, and here you are pushing them down, just like everyone else.
I
Yeah,
thought
how's
you
your
were about
indentured,
lifting people up.
How's your indentured cannon fodder doing there, Dovak?
Seems like you've knocked them down, just like
And
everyone else.
guys, we are on a mission, so if you can have this domestic afterwards, that'd be great.
You fight like an old married couple.
I'm afraid,
old divorced couple.
dearies, I'm gonna have to side with the little lucky lass over there.
Right, of course. And I guess they pick up pace, I guess. I mean, makes sense.
So you guys.
Now, where did we drop the pace?
You just
guys-
you just need to tell Rusty we need to pick up the pace, and so it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
Who's the
tell Rusty?
slowest member
Make
of our
it so,
party?
number one.
Is the old lady slow? Like, does she move like an old lady?
I get
She-
magic vibes of
Her motions are that of an old, slightly arthritic lady, but she's keeping pace with the group
So
without.
she's that serial killer that is always walking, but somehow is always able to keep pace with the person who's running and trooping all over themselves.
yeah. And she said something earlier about when you seem like this, so she
Well,
was
no,
hinting.
it's obviously glamour.
yeah.
Dovak picked up on that immediately, but
I thought she was making a joke about how she's hot.
Yeah, I thought
That
that too.
too.
Like, okay then.
I
That's
mean,
some good
y'all not
confidence there,
wrong.
Grandma.
She has really low key been giving Rusty the eyes, so I don't think
Uh-oh.
anybody noticed. But
Oh. Nice hunk of rock.
Rock hard abs.
oh, you know it, Lovey.
Oh!
Oh, you know it.
So, y'all ask Rusty to pick up the pace, I assume, to get you out of this hot spot.
Yes. Rusty,
With all that wind, wouldn't it be a cold spot?
Yes. As you guys begin pushing out of the thickest part of this crowd, you can begin to hear the shots of gunfire in the distance behind you as police are beginning to try and calm the chaos that has just like tipped over.
Oh, if the guns are being fired, I will grab Turi and carry her in front of me so
Oh.
she doesn't get shot.
Oh, cute.
Rusty similarly uses arms to rather shield the company than move the crowd away, so the people now only simply have the choice to move out my way of their own volition or not.
Okay. V, as you're watching them move at their pace outside, like to get out of the thickest part of this crowd, you see what looks like another Atau that, like, you're pretty certain that they have locked on to the group. And they are making a very fast beeline using the people who've been knocked prone or the people who are fighting to their advantage to move around them. When you look through the scope, it is in fact what looks like a very rabid wolf shifter. It could be a werewolf, it could be a number of things. What do you do with this information?
Specifically, it's probably to Promethea. Wolf shifter inbound. You want me to incapacitate him?
Yeah, go for it.
We shooting then. I'd like I would specifically like non-lethal if I can, like immobilize.
Okay.
So like in the leg or something.
Yeah, and-
Roll- roll your tough.
Fucking tough.
That's what it takes to shoot.
I know, but I'm terrible.
Well, wouldn't it be sharp? That way she's a sharpshooter.
No, but that's hilarious.
I love that. Good joke, but no.
We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna crit it. Like I've got the crit.
Okay.
Let's use it.
All right.
So what you're saying is Yasmin's sense of humor is not yes and, it's no but.
No buts. That's her sense of humor.
I have all
What if you
about
like
butts.
butts?
I was gonna say.
So
Let's
you,
go to the
Funny.
butts.
you with your crit, you are able to incapacitate this person however it is that you wish to incapacitate them.
I would love it if it make it look like they got hit by somebody, like as they were trying to get through. I just want to not make it look like it was a bullet that came from where I'm coming from.
Somebody
Oh my god.
that they used to know.
All right.
If you
What, like
if
a
you use the
punching
crit-
glove bullet, like the Green Arrow? Is that like a punching glove bullet? Is that the?
I have a suggestion that you are welcome to take or leave. But since you used a crit, I was just thinking if you wanted to make it look like it was coming from somewhere else, and this totally seems like something V might do, is ricochet the shot off of something.
Yeah.
have it hit them.
Ooh, I like that.
Art.
So
I love that a lot.
that's what you do. You ricochet the bullet off of one of the nearby buildings, and it clips his arm. And suddenly, this wolf shifter is far more concerned with his arm than he is with tracking you guys down. And you are able to make it cleanly out of the thicket, or the thickest part of the fray. Your travel path, you are able to get several paces down. You're approaching what appears to be a very abandoned police barricade, where the forces have very obviously been drawn in doing whatever it is. Who, for that sharp roll among the group, did anybody else get a mixed success or higher? That wasn't me.
My crew got a success.
Okay. Your crew, we'll say that your crew is paving ahead to give you information about what's lying forward. And over the sounds of what's you might make out is snarling, you hear ambush ahead, recommend find different route.
I hear that.
Yes, that's from your
Okay.
team.
Okay. I guess I message that to Promethea and probably V.
I mean, telling the whole group would be nice.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what communication thing where
You guys are all pretty close together. You're within talking range. You could
Okay,
talk to
so
each other.
I shall say it out loud, but not
Okay.
scream it, and make sure V hears it as well. If I've got phone.
Yeah. Promethea will look at everyone and then look at where we are and just say suggestions.
I could always burn them down.
Burn what down? Go back.
That might undermine what I'm kind of going for. So let's look at other options before we get to the burning people down thing. I might be able to handle that stratagem on my own.
Fair enough.
So what's the
Do we
problem?
know the
Direction,
city?
Turi.
Yeah, do we know the city? Because I know we have to go a different route. So
You
would I
do
know?
know
Let's
that-
go around this way.
Yep, you do know that there are various different alleyways and like little like sideways that you would be able to go, and some of them are big enough for Rusty to fit through.
Let's pick one of those.
All right, so you guys veer off and start heading toward into basically the labyrinth network of each of these blocks. And let me roll real quick. Where is my dice? I have a dice right here.
Just a player question. Who did that barricade belong to?
It was an abandoned police barricade.
Oh.
Something that was set up specifically for the protesters. In doing so, stepping off to the side, a lot of the audio and the chaos and the noise is dampened as you are out of the main thoroughways. And you get probably through about a block and a half shuffling through. V, you do have to pick up the pace and adjust your planning so that you can keep a visual on them. Can I have you roll, what is it for dexterity essentially again? Cool.
I'd like, it could be cool for act under pressure. I have specifically a move called Hidden Pathways that lets me
do it. Do the move.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
On a 10 plus, you find one with no trouble and it leads somewhere useful.
Nice. So you are, we're going to tailor that just a little bit. You do not have any problems following along and keeping an eye on them while they're getting through this, to the point that even you are able to spot what looks like trouble ahead. And you are able to warn them, if you so choose to do so, of 3 harpies that are waiting for them in the balconies of these close-knit buildings.
So would love to paint a small picture of V just like dexterously flipping around, grabbing onto pipes and like flipping off onto like a fire escape. She just has an acrobat.
Yes.
So yes, when I arrive there, I'll be like, you have some harpies in your path ahead. And I mean the literal kind.
You know another way?
This is the best way.
You're on the best one.
This is the way.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. 3
So-
Karens on rooftops. Here we go.
So we're being stalked by tiny harps.
Well, they're monsters. They've got no hands, and instead they've got wings.
Yeah.
And they're ahead. Alter.
Oh,
So
great.
you guys are fully aware as you round the next corner of the 3 harpies that are waiting for you. And they try and get the scoop on you, but they are unable to. And it is Balder, Dovak, and Turi, or Rusty, then Turi, then Raven that will be able to act. in this
Okay.
bit. That is the
Okay.
initiative.
So I'm up first.
Yes.
I would like to just politely ask them to go away. And I will use my
Mother.
disadvantage to make super sure that this does not work and I get experience. Like, hey, can you please just go somewhere else? We're trying to protect these people. Come on, be nice.
The 3 harpies look at each other and laugh, and then shriek and launch themselves from the balcony at you all.
And I haven't even rolled yet. That's just wow.
That's
Should I roll first?
yes, if you really want
There you
to.
go. I want a failure, and I don't get one if I don't roll.
You're right.
There you go.
Yay!
Don't even have to roll the disadvantage.
You can keep that for later if you really want.
Golf clap your disadvantage.
Okay.
So they laugh at each other, and in a fit of just like satire and what is the word when you're really excited for somebody's demise?
Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude. Yeah.
No, that's
Sadism?
someone else.
Schadenfreude and glee. They come after you all. That would put Dovak next. If you would like to respond.
Well, quickly, I do look at Oma and I'm like, now can I burn them down?
They have to attack first, dear.
That's what they're just doing.
They are.
They literally.
I'm
They're
not
coming
seeing
at you.
anybody bleed. I'm not seeing anybody bleeding yet.
Oh.
Wow.
This is a political thing. It doesn't look good unless they attack first.
Very well.
Do you
And-
wait for them to come in contact with you?
Yeah, I guess I will.
They
I
do.
don't want to piss anyone off, so yeah, I'm going to hold action if I may.
Yep. The harpies come down and sink their claws into you. You may take both a response action and your action.
All right. So
You're
first
fine now,
off,
dearie.
I'm fine. Yes, totally. Goddamn. Anyways,
Dovek's bleeding now.
all right. So
Not
I'm
much.
going to do burn everything.
Okay.
So I'm going to use magic to inflict harm,
Okay.
and I choose to inflict 3 harm, area, or ignore armor, magic, obvious. So it's a very obvious attack. It's very obvious
Yes.
magic, but I think I'm going to do. So these 3, they're all on me,
hmm
right? Okay. So would area work? So I can hit them all at once.
How close are you to everybody else?
Imagine he was like the side.
Okay. You are in a tight alleyway, so you run the risk, depending on your role, you run the risk of inflicting damage to your party.
I swear to
Well-
God, if you damage Dovek, she's gonna shoot you.
Yeah, well, so what he does is he actually has a card ready in his pocket, and it's the ace of blades or ace of swords, and as you can see,
Alright.
there's fire on the sides here.
All right.
That's really cool.
So he pulls out that card, and let's see how this goes, shall we?
Just as a reminder, you have an advantage.
Advantage, who's she? I got an 11 plus 2, so
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent.
13.
You
That's
are
an advanced
highly
success.
effective, and you do not injure any of your party.
That's 3 harm immediately.
Excellent. These, the harpies are very singed, looking a little bit like turkey dinner, but they are still alive and very mean and very aggressive. Which brings us to Cheery.
Okay, so I'm gonna take one of my guns
Oh,
out.
speaking of, do I take harm from them
Yes,
speaking?
you take 2 harm.
All right.
Sorry, go on, Cheery.
So I come with a lot of weapons from this class. So I'm gonna get out my assault rifle.
That you had been keeping just like in your vest pocket.
Yep.
It is
Yes.
it is America.
Of course.
So, yeah.
I literally
That
it
checks
says
out.
pick 3 weapons. One of them's an assault rifle.
I was looking
It
at
says
the
close
crooked
slash
image
far.
one.
It says close slash far and area. So how
Alright.
close together are these harpies?
The harpies are pretty close together. Their wingspans, like singularly, would touch either side of this alleyway. So they're crammed in there with you.
Great. So I
Um,
can maybe
you-
hit all of them.
Perhaps you could also potentially hurt your party members. I'm gonna need you to roll to kick some ass.
Yep, let's go for it.
On the plus side, your party members have bullet protection charms.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Kick some ass.
You also have an advantage, just as a reminder.
Yes, I have one advantage left. Let's see what happens. Yes, we're using that.
So much experience.
Come on. There we go.
All the
There we
levels.
Now that's an advantage.
Yes.
Yeehaw! So you do not inflict any harm or damage to your party members, and you do hit both of them. One, you have
It's
clipped
3
the
harm.
3 harm. Oh, perfect. One of them you have clipped the wings of, and it has hit the ground. At this point, Oma does kind of like shuffle forward. Do you want to describe a little bit of how she intimidates, we could say?
Yeah. She sort of turns a little bit, looks up at one of the harpies. There's sort of like the air around her kind of gets heavy, like that before a storm or before a lightning strike, kind of like heavy. And she looks directly into one of the harpy's eyes and says, "You don't want to do this, dearie."
The harpy shrieks and just like clambers its way back up and out of the alley and takes off. It's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Intimidated instead of just asking nicely. It's my mistake.
The other two harpies look really, really skittish and very uncomfortable and are trying to rapidly reassess what is going on. And they have backed off a little bit, but they have not left the site. That brings us to Tilda.
Let me help them with their hesitation. Tilda's going to use the wend thing again, but it's just going to be like a cone right at them since they're flyers. To just like yeet them way up high.
You're like, bye.
Roll for it for me.
Like, the intent is not to hurt them at all, but just yeet them so high that it's going to take them too long to get back to us before we're already gone.
They just hit the underside, the butt of Deus.
Yeah.
Touch the butt.
Yes, I want to make them touch the butt.
Okay.
The butt of the city.
Roll music or roll magic for me.
Here we go.
Reminder that you have a crit.
I know. I'm debating. Do I use it or do I level up? Is the question. I'm gonna use it right here because Tilda needs to look cool here. So I'm gonna use a crit.
Oh, I see how it is. It's all about appearances.
So yeah, crit. Gonna launch him into the underside of the upper city.
All right.
Tilda won the jar at the Night Mother if it touches the butt of Deus.
It's a Night Mother joke that just felt absolutely appropriate right here. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Rusty could win that.
We'll tell you when you're older.
You are absolutely effective, and these harpies are yeeted out, and you wouldn't hear it. You're too far away, but they definitely do.
I forgot. So Tilda adds a little bit part to the spell. So there's the crunching up the leaves and everything says the spell, and then at the end she's just like, "When's howling, bitch?"
I love it.
And then does it.
I love it. Excellent. And you are scot-free. Well, for now.
Awesome.
Ain't even our mascot.
You guys
Didn't
continue.
even have to fight. That's great. Well done, everyone.
Rusty was kind of hovering over our VIP with arms kind of outstretched over them, and it's happy. Harpies did not even get close to the target.
Y'all did great.
Perfect.
You guys push forward with little to no further consequence for at least another block. Dovik, are your people tailing behind or ahead with Tiri's unit?
That's a good question. They were primarily in the crowd initially to kind of see there, so they were ahead of us for sure. But if that crowd is sticking to kind of where they are, they would probably be moving ahead to see what's going on.
Okay. The crowd is fairly centralized in that area. your team would be able to report like their last visual is that crowd is de-evolving into chaos.
Oh, boy.
Like it's rough out there. It's not looking so good. Um,
I mean, is anyone surprised? Really?
you do either over your comms or faintly, you do hear the crack and rumble of what sounds like potentially a bomb going off in one of the buildings.
Oh, good.
V, you would be able to tell that this bomb has gone off fairly close to your drop-off point, but it is not in or on your drop-off point.
I shall relay the information.
You wind your way further into the city towards your drop-off point. You encounter more or less not people who are running for you or to you, but are running in general. This would probably
Joggers.
yes constitute as civilians trying to flee the area. Both mortal and a Tau that are far more concerned with their lives than with whatever it is that you're doing. So you're kind of able to see like this chaos kind of unfolding, but it does stay fairly localized. And you guys kind of get to that last leg. V, you've made it to your very last spot. Can I have you roll sharp again for me?
Of course. We're going to go ahead and use that last advantage. Acceptable.
Yay! Let me come back to that. The rest of you, you're able to get past this ambush that was waiting, that Turi's people had talked about. Turi, you are now down to 4 people in your unit. Dovak, you still have all 6.
Sad.
I'm sorry. It was, I can't think of a name right now.
What do we need to name for?
Slaughter.
These sad people that have given their lives to keep y'all protected. So the rest of you, you've left the kind of the labyrinth back alleyways and you're back on the path that you need to take to get to this. The street looks terribly empty, suspiciously empty. What are you doing with that?
I actually kind of make a point at V and say, hey, I'd check those windows in the buildings nearby. Seems like a perfect place to shoot us down like cattle.
V is on it. Which
I'm
we'll get to.
on it.
On it, like blue bonnet. The rest of you, how are, do you just push forward? What's your plan?
I just walk into the street. Good,
I'm
that's
too
empty. There's no one here.
I'm
That's
too
much
handsome
better.
to be shot to death anyways.
I just like skip into the streets.
Who brought him again?
I do want to cast like the equivalent of detect magic to see if this is an illusion and like people are hiding behind some sort of cloak.
With a dagger, perhaps.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So Dovak, just as a reminder, you still have your weird 4-piece amulet.
Absolutely.
Raven, how do you set up this detect magic spell?
So I think it's like a deceptively simple spell. It's like a short couple of sentences about revealing hidden things, and then it's just a handful of talcum powder that she just blows in that direction.
I dig it. All right.
That's amazing.
Does Oma do anything?
I think the spell's gonna go through, but there's gonna be something. There's gonna be something a magical effect large enough to functionally blind Raven from where, or
Okay.
blind Tilda from where she's at. There's just a huge magical signature just right there close.
Raven, I'm gonna have you roll magic to see how much of this you Tilda sees.
Okay.
V, while you're scoping through these windows, you catch kind of like a shifting shadow that's moving behind the glass in one area, and you see like the glimmer of what could be a scope or a weapon on one of the tabletops, but you aren't able to get enough of a visual on either of those to know for sure.
All right, yeah. Is Tilda mentioning these things?
No, that's what V sees.
Oh, V. Okay.
I'm not sure
And
what I
that's-
see yet.
I will tell Tilda in a moment. V, do you relay that information?
Yeah, like I not 100% on these, but like, and I'll give the like locations with the clock things that like people do, like, or like relay
4
the
o'clock,
exact
12
positions of what I have seen. Be like, I think there's stuff there. Can't like 100% confirm though.
Okay.
Listen. Okay. Go ahead. Tilda first.
Tilda, when you cast your magic, that talcum powder kind of clings to not really a wall, but just like this amorphous, massive concept, but it's around you. It's not just next to you or ahead of you. It just kind of gets tied up in this sticky, almost scale-like idea is the best way to describe how this talcum powder gets wound up in some big magic that's walking with you.
That's walking with you.
Scales, huh?
Hey everybody. Don't know what that is, but it's bad and it's big.
What's what?
What are you talking about? Obviously, that's her. And he gestures to Oda. It's like, read the room.
That's a pretty impudent assumption there, dearie.
Listen,
Very
it's not my
rude.
first rodeo.
He's known for that. Sorry for him.
With this information, what do you guys decide to do? Rude.
I don't understand what's going on, so I'm just standing in the middle of the street like, huh? What?
Balder, can I have you real cool for me?
You sure can.
With volume set to 11. That's great.
Big success.
So,
Yeah.
Dovek is actually trying to figure out whether he should go and start knocking out people inside or if he's safe in here. But seeing the big magic bubble full of scales, he's like, I think I'm better lucky in here. I've got better luck in here.
Do we all see this bubble?
You, if as long as you're looking where the group is, you would be able to kind of see like edges of it, in the same way of like walking through a hologram kind of concept, where like depending on where or how you're looking at it is going to show different elements that you're seeing. But you can't see the
I've
whole
run
picture.
out of it now, so I look back and see.
You would be able to kind of see like this like talcum powder cloud almost, and the faintest silhouette of something way too big to be standing in a street.
Tilla's also just gonna look to Olma and be like, do you know what this is? What do you think we should do? Should we go forward or find a different way around? Tilda repeats it a little bit louder, thinking perhaps Almost having a hard time hearing what
No,
she's saying.
so
Oh no, somebody wasn't paying attention. I get a little spacey at times.
It's okay. Me too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lovey. What? Could you repeat that one more time? I was looking for something that I hope isn't there.
Fair. So that thing there with the weird giant thing with the scales and whatnot. Do you know what that is? And do you think we should go into it?
I know what it is, and I think it's best that we just ignore it for right now.
Dovak literally starts
Hey.
laughing.
You've done a good enough job that we can have a chat about things once we're done, but I find that a secret not known is one easily kept.
But what if that
And
thing
that's
hurts
literally
us?
it. Dovak's like, oh my god, are you, the first time dealing with big
I wouldn't-
magical entities?
Now, I wouldn't worry about that.
Just
Besides,
tell me
I like
where
you.
we're going.
Besides, I like you, Wituri.
Thank you.
Am I the only one who seems to know what's going on here?
Well, you're
this
certainly
really
the loudest
isn't
one
the
talking
time
about
for
it.
sarcasm right now, Dovak. You know, in peril and all that.
Even so,
Right.
but
Well,
it's
if-
one of those things where you shouldn't be asking questions.
Oh,
Oh
sure,
my
I'll
God.
just stand here and die then, shall I?
No.
So
It was
we'll
a
look to Ulma and just as well. If you think it's fine, then we'll just go. I'll take your word for it.
It's
And so
fine.
we'll start walking.
And I do promise I'll explain.
Baldur.
You call me a dumbass.
As so you have turned around to look at your party and everybody has decided to move forward. As you do, and V, you would have eyes on this as it happens. Somebody leans out one of the windows and fires at you with a armor-piercing round. You manage to move in a manner that it only strikes part of you, and protects like you're able to protect your heartstone and the majority of your body from this armor-piercing round. But this fellow is now leaning out of this window, Turi. Both of you have initiative to act.
Okay,
Does Baldur have one of Tilda's
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So that-
Baldur does, yes.
That would trigger.
So that charm instead breaks off, and that bullet does not cause any damage, and instead just like to the side, infuriating the person that fired it.
So
Um,
Turn around and look at the person. I
Turi's
did
gonna
see
take-
where it came from, yes?
Yes.
yeah. Turi's gonna take out her revolver, a bit of a smaller weapon, and shoot at this shooter.
Okay. Roll to kick some ass. V, you can also attack at this time.
I'm gonna see how Tooties goes.
Okay.
It's close and small, and reload. Next.
Okay. You are able to give this figure a glancing blow. And you have a small window of time, V, if you also wanted to attack. But
Yeah, I'll shoot him too.
Roll
Don't
to
you
kick some
shoot
ass.
my friend Baldur. Please. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm out of stuff, so
no.
that's what it is.
all right. Your gun jams, and you are unable to fire your rifle until you have fixed it.
What
Okay.
if the scope falls off?
Oh no.
I'm gonna Tootie's already shot, but I'm gonna call out the position still.
Okay. The figure has retreated into the building on their turn. Do you guys stay to encounter this person, or do you push forward?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
like, hey, you don't shoot children. And I'm going to run into the building where he's hiding.
Okay.
Oh my god. Tilda's gonna
Oh,
start to
God,
move over.
don't!
Start to move over to where Balder is, pulling her gun, and then watch as Balder just charges into the building. Just yell out, "Balder! Damn it!" and start running after Balder.
Turi's gonna run after him.
I have to stay
Tilda
here.
will call back like, "Somebody stay with our clients."
All right.
Am I the only one here focusing at our job?
Yes.
Novak is also here focusing on job.
Does Stovik stay to focus on the job? I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
Yes, of course he's staying to work on the to
Okay.
do the job.
Just wanted to
Can
make sure.
I do luck of the cards though?
Yes, you may.
So my intention is to cause ill luck to anyone wishing us harm.
Okay.
So using my cards in a bit of a different way this time.
All
But it's
right.
literally random. So I don't know what that ill luck is gonna look like. I don't know, but that's my intention.
Roll and draw a card.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you make a sacrifice to this card at all?
Aside from the gold and ash, I think I will prick my finger and
Okay.
smear the blood on the card.
Excellent.
Dude, what I imagine is like the cards just absorb the blood. Wouldn't that be icky? I love it.
Yeah, it just like
Just-
goops on. It soaks into the card stock.
Yeah, it just soaks on it and disappears, so you can't even tell the surface was marred.
Okay.
And it's like, yep, this is normal.
Roll and let me know what card it is.
Okay, roll in. That's 8, so a mixed success.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I should use my advantage, but I don't think I will.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that? Ace of discs. So we have this little demon here with irons that he's pulling out of the fire.
Aces are opportunity cards.
Yes, they are. Was that upside down or right side up?
Right side up.
Okay. Hold on. So what happens? You don't know, Dovek, what happens. But you do get that sensation, that like bitter, acrid warmth that comes with magic when you use your cards. And sorry, I was just responding to like a couple player questions in all the wrong chats.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a dumbass.
What if multiple chats?
Good lord. Okay, so Dovek, you know that your magic worked, but you do not know the effect of it. We're going to come back to the effect of it. Just to confirm, Rusty and Dovek stay with Oma. V stays on the rooftop. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Turi and Balder have gone into the desert.
Hard to hear you
Out
again.
Microphone again.
It keeps aiming at your eyes.
It's garbage. So the three of you head off into this building. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and the three of you head forward. Rusty, you start moving them forward. V, as your I'm gonna have you roll sharp to fix your gun. Use
My gun jam.
fix. Are you still keeping
Delicious
an eye on
gun.
it, or are you working?
Yeah, it's
mic's
hard to hear
going
you
off.
again.
My God, is that better?
It
Yes.
seems to be for
Yes.
now.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right.
you are successfully able to fix your gun and get it back into place. When you pull up to take a look at the area, there is a figure standing across on the opposite building from where you are. And
Is it Scarf Man?
it is not Scarf Man this time.
Is it Scarf Boy? Sidekick?
Perhaps
Scarf
Ascot
Man
Boy?
goes
The parent
to
to the Scarf Man.
No, it's Clef. It's Clef, the boy chin wonder. Oh,
Oh,
No.
yes.
V, you're the only person that can see this, but this is a very tall, older-looking fellow with 3 mohawks, and he gives you a peace sign, and like you kind of go to squint, and the moment you blink, he's gone.
3
he have a gun?
mohawks, huh?
No, he did not have a gun.
What
Okay, so
color were they?
Probably not our shooter.
Probably like various colors of black, green, and copper.
Oh, good.
We'll go
I'm
with
gonna-
that for
I'm
this
gonna
time. I assume
Radio
that
down
would
to
change.
Dovak and let them know we have someone who just poofed out of existence, was on the roof, don't know where they are now.
What they look like?
3 mohawks.
Oh,
It's
good.
almost grandfather or something.
Yeah, it's
Till
in
this
fact
call
a,
out at the radio.
Okay,
Okay.
now can I
Well,
now
Oh dear.
can I have that
yeah.
now that I have that info, do I have any idea?
Without the context, it's still unclear. Sorry.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, Dovak says that. It's like, oh look, your grandfather's come to play.
When V looks confused, Tilda will give V the entire description that she was given.
You do not see V. V
I'm
is
on the
a
roof,
rooftop.
sorry. What do you mean
Oh, sorry, I
grandfather?
thought you ran into the building. She described him. He's got like 3 mohawks and what's the rest of the description? Tattoos.
Scaly like tattoos.
Like-
because
look
they're
like
obviously not
brands.
dragons. Obviously not dragons. What? Who?
Anyways,
Anyways.
So yeah, she'll describe like the scaled tattoos and the mohawks and like the goatee, and just basically just gives you a description of the picture that we see.
Okay.
Is
in
he
our
a
Discord
problem?
channel.
Could be.
He might
He's
be.
on the opposite roof.
He's not anymore.
Like there. Oh, yeah, he
God.
was, yeah, but I don't see any shooter in here, so maybe he took
We're
care of the
coming
shooter.
back to the shooter. We're coming back to the shooter.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
you guys
you
are
haven't
still
seen it
pursuing
yet.
him.
So
Can we ask Oma if I should be looking for this guy?
hey, should we be looking for him?
Keep an eye out for him, but just don't stare at him too long. He'll know, and that'll cause more problems.
So Dovak actually laughs and he says, "Yeah, I think we're talking way out of our league. No offense, V."
Who is this person?
I promise I will explain everything at the
Okay,
end.
so is that a don't shoot him then? Because don't look
Do
at him.
not shoot him.
Do
Got it.
not.
Do not.
Yeah, in fact,
no. Do not.
She doesn't even need Oma's response. She's just like Dovak's just like, no. Don't touch the crazy magic man.
Touch the crazy magic man. Oh god. All right. So
There's nothing in Deus to
the
do.
3 of you push forward, I assume, or do you wait for your folks to make it back? Do you finish?
think-
I think we need to push forward.
I would say we need to wait, but Rusty, if Dovak tells Rusty to move, Rusty will move without questioning. So
Yeah, no, we need to get out of this area because that's not the only shooter. So it's like, so Dovak says,
okay.
listen, they'll make their own way. We need to get our client out of here.
Yeah, Rusty is following the ground team leader always, so
Okay, so let's hop to our fellows who are chasing a gunman down in the building. Can I have the 3 of you roll sharp for me?
Absolutely.
Well, Turi's running after Boulder mainly. But,
Okay,
Yeah.
so primarily Boulder and Tilda?
Nope, but I leveled up.
Yay!
Lucky.
Balder, you you kind of pause for a moment, and like your Stone King instincts kick in, and somewhere in
You're
the
fading
building.
out again.
Oh
Sorry.
my god!
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Is that better?
Oop.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Um,
it's not. You need to do it again.
Oh, I thought it was a little better.
How about now?
Mm,
About the same.
Yeah. Dang it!
I mean, I can hear you. You're just quiet.
Why is it doing this to me? Let me see if I can
That's
push it.
crowdfunded better
That's
one, yeah?
pretty better.
yeah.
That's better.
Let's
Yeah,
get
slightly.
the ones with the cat ears.
How about now?
You're good.
So the three of you make it in. Balder, with your instincts kicking in as the stonekin that you are, you can feel the vibrations kind of moving through the building where this gunner might be running or moving. They are up a floor. And
They're right above me?
yes, they're right above you.
I will cut a piece of the roof out with my axe.
With your excellent axe. Can I have you roll to kick some ass?
Heck yeah. There it is.
You are successful. However, some of the debris comes down on you. And,
Yeah, that makes sense.
the rifleman who had tried to attack you is coming down swinging. Tilda and Thierry, it will be your turn.
I don't. What did I see? Because I rolled a 2. So do I know what's
You-
going on?
You don't really see anything at all. You would just simply be responding to the ceiling caving in.
Yeah, and I get hit by the ceiling, and then there's the bad guy who's falling down. But like in an aggressive way, yeah?
Probably just like trying to duck into a door frame or something sturdy, that like a column or something that would prevent me from getting hit by a falling ceiling.
Okay. I will not make you roll for that. You are able to successfully just to get out of the way. Thierry, you are aware of what's going on. You see what happens since you have been focused on Balder.
Can I try and rugby tackle Boulder out of the way of falling ceiling?
Yes, you'd roll to kick some ass. I would buy a cool roll if you wanted to do that instead.
What roll? Cool.
Cool?
Okay, good. Gives me another chance. Oh, great.
no!
Why do I suck so hard?
Well, now you get to
The
level
world
up.
wants you to level up. That's it. More power.
You are unsuccessful. Instead, you also get caught in the debris. This person that is falling down on you no longer has a gun in their hands, but has a knife in their hands and slashes at both Balder and Thierry, dealing 1 point of damage to both of you.
That does nothing because I have 1 armor.
Yay! It glances off of you.
Ow!
And that brings us back to Balder's turn.
Alright, I'll chop him in half.
Roll to kick some ass.
It's rude to shoot someone and then you just kill them.
Rude!
My first XP, and I really wanted to succeed. Oh well.
Do you want
well.
to
A crit and an advantage.
Exactly.
I will take the failure. It's
Would
fine.
you like to tell us how epically Balder misses?
Don't shoot me.
Let's see. I will. So I'm gonna try to just chop him in half, but I'm on the floor, so my aim is off, and he'll duck out of the way, and maybe I hit something else. What do I hit?
You could hit the pillar that Tilda's hiding behind.
Oh yeah, the door frame. That's perfect. There you go. So that gets hit in half instead, barely missing Promethea and exposing her to the fight.
Yay. So Tilda, it's now your turn.
Tilda's just yelling out, "Friendly fire! Friendly fire!"
Sorry.
So now that I can see the fight, do I see this gun person?
Yes. I mean, he's now a knife person, but yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry, my brain is not working. So he has what kind of knives? What does he look like?
He has essentially like a machete in one hand. He's swathed in dark clothing and a mask. And he has a gun case that he's got over his shoulder.
I think I'm gonna pull Indiana Jones. I'm gonna see him with the knife and looking all badass and menacing, and then just pull out the gun and shoot him.
All right, roll to kick some ass.
Okay.
Oh, Rusty.
Oop, wrong one. Where's tough? There it is. Come on!
We're cursed.
I am
I've
going to
rolled very
activate.
few successes this campaign.
This is about when Dobik's magic really begins to come into play. Tilda, you fire the gun. The gun epically misses. Like something like debris from the wall from what Balder did just kind of like chips off, hits your arm, and pulls it to the side. The gun ricochets and does like this ridiculous, almost cartoony effect of like shooting around the room. And for just a moment, the gunman looks very smug. And then that ricochet hits him anyways. But only with the aid of Dobik's magic. And it hits him square in the shoulder and he crumples.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that's what you get.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Does Balder
I pick
do
him
the-
up and I take him. All right, let's get back to the others.
Well,
Yes, good idea. Ow.
Wait, you hurt?
Yeah, he shot me. I've
Ooh,
never been shot before. I don't like it.
That looks
It's
like a
not very
heart.
fun.
I don't know how to do medicine. I'm sorry.
Let's just get back. I'm usually really lucky. I don't know what's wrong.
Maybe there's
Dun,
like
dun,
some sort of magic in the
dun.
world that's, countering your luck.
Maybe.
Dun dun dun.
So do you guys shuffle your way back out, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your party- Sorry, go on.
Before we do, Tilda will move over to the gun person and try to look.
No,
for...
I've got him. Like I'm carrying him.
Oh.
Well, do you want to talk to him? I'll plop him in front of you.
No, I don't want to talk to him. I just want to. She's just gonna start going through his pockets and things, looking for any sort of.
Ooh, that's smart. Maybe he's got medicine for Turi.
He's got
to find
plenty of stuff.
papers.
Do you take it all?
Yeah, mostly looking for anything that might identify what faction he works for or who his boss
There is
is or
nothing
anything like that.
that.
Okay.
There's
she'll-
no identifying information on him, but he does have plenty of equipment.
Okay. Is there like a first aid kit?
Nope,
Oh,
sorry.
he's not very prepared.
This is supposed to be easy.
I take his pocket knife. Yeah, he's got a pocket knife because he's prepared. I take his pocket knife.
All right.
Nice.
So you guys head out. Your team has only gotten a little bit ahead of you, and it's fairly easy to catch up. Bees. It's fairly easy to catch up and get to the rest of everybody else. You have come to the front of the building. You have overcome any of the obstacles that stood in your way, and you are able to enter. V, you do not see anybody else. It is now safe for you to come back down to the ground floor and enter the building with everybody else if you so choose to do so.
I would love to do so because I was promised explanations.
You get explanations after the fact, but yes. Rusty.
So Baldur is carrying that shooter.
Yes.
I already told you yesterday. I don't eat people.
It's not for you. It's for her. And I pointed at Alma.
Oh.
Here you go, Grandma. This is one of the people who wants to kill you. Maybe you can talk to him or
that
something.
habit years ago, dearie. I don't eat people either anymore.
What? No, you should talk to him. I thought, or just.
Wait, isn't?
I mean, he wants to kill you. That seems bad. So, do you not want to talk to him? You want me to just let him go? That seems not
he'll just
smart.
hurt us again if you let him go.
Yeah.
Ow.
Do you not want him to?
It's most likely just a mercenary.
Hmm.
Supposed
Well,
to
that
be an
means
easy
you can
job.
pay him,
Probably.
and then it works for you, right? That's how that goes.
That's a little more complicated. than that.
accurate.
Not exactly.
It's,
Not really.
It's
He knows
not
what we all
inaccurate.
look like.
It's not
It's not
inaccurate,
inaccurate,
but there's a few steps that you're missing.
It's all the same to me. You want him, or you
Why
want me to
don't,
put him in a ditch?
Well, just give him a loose tie and toss him in one of those dumpsters. And that tends to work
tie.
best.
Add in
Okay,
some
and I'll
injury
wrap that
hog
around-
tie.
you go.
And
I'll
then
put him
wrap
in
that
the
around
dumpster.
his hands.
Yes.
Right.
Add insult to injury.
So
Hog
that-
tie him.
No, just his hands. We don't.
Right.
We need him to take time, and we need it to buy time. That's why we're putting him in the dumpster.
Oh.
So to buy time, because then we don't need to worry about it.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Do you put him in the dumpster?
Yes, I don't do that. I'm instead want to put something heavy on the dumpster.
No, I'm picking up the dumpster and putting it
Ooh,
Upside down,
that's
upside
smart.
down.
Smart. That'll work.
Oh, smart as
that.
strong. Woo.
I'll knock on the
You're gonna need a
dumpster.
moment.
That's what you get for shooting at children
And
Hey,
adults.
and adults and hurting my friend. That's important too.
Yeah. This was my favorite leather jacket too. Now it has a hole in it.
Oh, we should have taken his jacket so you could have that. Oh, well.
I don't
Oh,
want
just
that.
look me up once this is done, dearie. I know a guy.
Okay.
Can Tilda try to
Maybe
mend
this
the
is
jacket?
still lucky. You're gonna get a cool new jacket.
Yes.
See, it's all meant to be.
You can try and mend the jacket. Would you like to do this now or at the beginning of the next episode?
I'll
Because
do it now.
we're gonna go. I want to take just a little extra time because I have an actual end for this.
Okay.
Is
Just roll weird.
Yep.
Okay.
And tell
Yeah,
me
just
how you do
like
it, like
a-
ritual.
Okay, mixed successes. So like a super quick like little piece of leather just like slaps it on and says a few words and has like the leather like sort of melt into the jacket and replace the bit that's missing. Because it's a mixed success, as a suggestion, maybe the leather's like the wrong color. But it
Patchy.
fixes the hole.
Oh, thanks. Does that work on bullet wounds too?
No, that's a very different spell that I don't have the
No,
components
but-
for here.
but I got a guy for that.
So
Okay.
Dovak says, a little leather stain and that color should return to normal. Not sure about your bullet wound though.
Sure, I'll just bleed to death, shall I?
Have fun with that.
He's a real asshole.
Are you really gonna bleed to death? Should we not do something then?
I was
Are you gonna be
being
okay?
dramatic. Well done.
Okay.
It should be fine.
I give you a very careful hug, not to make her grab the wound.
Let me know if it gets worse. I can't have you dying on me. I haven't even got you that jacket yet.
Exactly.
That'd be very rude.
It would be very rude, I agree.
Maybe it'll have sequins.
Tiny. So the two guards for Oma kind of tap her on the shoulder and gesture that it's time that they go and finish this meeting. The three of them, or the two men with Oma, kind of look at the others and look down at Oma and lean in and ask her, do you want them to accompany us in case this is bust?
I think that will that'll keep more people safe. Yes.
Okay. And they kind of straighten up and wave you and lead all of you back towards the back of the building, where there is a concrete room that kind of looks like it was a second thought addition to this building. Very akin to the way that stone can build into things. This was built by somebody specifically for meetings, and probably by another stonekin. And in the room, there are two people sitting at a desk patiently waiting. They both look up and flip open the phone, and on the phone, all they say is, she's made it. There are only seats for Oma. Everybody else has to stand. Where do you, in this large room, position yourself?
Against the wall, so I can lean coolly against it, obviously.
I'm gonna lean
Arms
against
crossed.
the wall just because I'm in pain.
No.
There's
I'm
only one
I'm
entrance.
standing next to Turi, just worried that
Actually,
she's gonna
So
die.
there
I
are two
offer-
entrances.
I
but
offer
only one is
Tootie-
big enough.
I say, hey, I've got some Mary Jane if you think that's gonna help.
Is that a nurse?
Yeah. Yes. Give it.
Here you go. He just hands it over.
Thanks.
Excellent. There is one entrance large enough for Rusty and one entrance large enough for a normal human.
Well, Rusty just blocks one of the bigger entrance. Somebody takes care about the smaller one.
Cool. Oma, do you take a seat?
Yes. I figure it's like a solid like oak or hardwood sort of stump. It's not even a proper chair. It's just like a really hardwood stump. Might even be like petrified or something, but it's just a stump that she sits on. It groans a little as she sits.
Excellent. So you're only made to wait for barely a minute. And the door on the other.
Can you give me 1 second?
Oh yeah.
So
Sorry.
the Mary Jane real fast. It's, loose leaf in a very nice little like sachet bag. That's red and black, obviously fancy. It's like you can use one of your post-it notes for it. Roll it up in that.
Oh my god.
Uri takes the one she gave to Dovak and puts it on his chest and starts doing that.
He actually starts laughing.
I'm so here for this.
Oh my god. He actually starts laughing, like he's like, that's
Yeah.
totally fair.
Jerry, this takes the edge off.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I had to add that in there.
Dovak, thanks for being slightly less of an asshole. She's rolled.
Listen, don't go spreading it around. I need to keep up appearances.
Don't we all, dearie? Don't we all?
I forgot to mention where Tilda is. Tilda will be at like the human-size entrance, putting up like a barrier or something, so the
Probably
people can't get in.
stand
Well, people,
near
someone
Tilda.
has to actually come in.
So there are two people sitting at the desk. One of which is human enough that you're like, there's something a little weird, but you're like, you might be human. It's fine. The other person is most certainly not human at all. I'm blanking on their physical description, so I'll come back to that next time. But in through the door, and Tilda, I don't need to make you roll to recognize who this is. But through the door walks a very tall gentleman with black swept hair and brown gold eyes, wearing a very fine tailored black suit. And he only briefly looks at the rest of you. There is no recognition in his eyes for any of you. And he sits down and looks to Oma and steeples his fingers and sets his chin kind of on it and says, I would like to begin our discussion. And that is where we will end today.
Nice.
It's a book club. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're sitting in on Oma's
Most
book club.
elaborate book club. With the tea out next, it's gonna get wild.
Apparently, you live and die for book club.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
why
sounds
not?
like every book club I know.
She makes other people live and die for her book club.
Yeah.
That's
Why
really-
Book club today. I didn't read the book. Go to the lake.
Why else would you need a full armored escort to get you from one end of the city to the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Tilda.
Awesome. Don't like that there was no recognition for anyone in the party, but we'll figure out what that means next week.
Dun, dun,
It's too
dun.
high.
That's
It's
good.
too high class for. They're too high class for us. No, it's fine.
That was really good. We're gonna go on a raid here in just a minute, but before we do, I want to let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them, and anything they'd like to share or plug. And then if you would like to put in a suggestion for the raid cry into chat, please feel free to do so. So we'll go reverse order from how we started. So Yaz, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you, and anything you want to share or plug?
The conversations between Balder and Rusty.
Yeah.
Also, Dovik
Yeah.
being like, hey, don't fuck with the big scaly thing.
Seriously, the whole time, like, quit asking questions. Stop it. This is fine. This is normal for this situation. Why are you still asking questions? Obviously, it's fine. What the fuck is your problem? Read the room. And everyone's like, shut up, Dovak. And he's like, I'm actually giving you good advice.
For once.
Right? Everyone's like, it's Dovik, nobody cares.
Seriously, they're like, shut the fuck up, Dovak. And he's like,
Poor buddy.
Just goes to show you the moral of the story is if you are an asshole all of the time, when you need to say something important, no one will listen to you.
Yeah.
Is this a boy who cried wolf?
But you can find
Basically.
me next Tuesday on my own channel, Bodalia, where Troll is DMing a game called Heed the Call that takes place in this same world, but at a different time period, kind of thing. Yeah, that's right? That's next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7:30,
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
So tune in then. Come check it out. Otherwise, I'll be here on Wednesday for Exodus. Or next Friday, yeah. And here is my shop link and all of my links and stuff if you're into what I do. So, ta-da!
I am into what you do.
Yay!
I like
Dun,
TikToks where you can play your cat.
Yeah, those are great.
They're my favorite. But also, real quick, I wanted to say thank you again for to Troll or B for joining us to play some of the extra NPCs this time around. I really appreciate having the extra support.
I'm here for it.
Speaking of troll, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I know it didn't happen a lot, but the idea that Oma is like low key into Rusty just delights me. Like that, it makes me happy. The whole. I mean, there's the whole session there. Like I loved everything about it, but just like, ooh, aren't you a strapping young piece of stone? That just it made me so happy. I have one of them Twitch thingies. I'm actually gonna stream tonight, probably. I always say that. And then I have a book that I'm co-author on that I just put in the chat. It's called "The Gods That Bleed." It's about gods and what is inside of them when you stab them.
Nice.
That is all.
All right.
And
Relax. Same questions for you.
Yeah, good thing Rusty is completely oblivious to Grandma. Well, just a stonking thing.
It's part of the fun.
So my favorite thing. Well, I kind of liked how odds were stacked against the party this day. Dovak one time being correct and still getting the short end of popularity contest. Turi being lucky but not today. And Vi being the only person who could use that information, not being in the room, just getting the information a second after they teleported out of the room. But of course, my favorite part is and will remain Baldur.
Oh.
Also, odds were stacked against Rusty too because I actually thought at the beginning of the game, no, kind of like an hour into the game when we were starting our gig, that after those stack of wooden crates, or was the pallets, a lot of wood. It would be nice if we had a scuffle with police so that I could eat an entire grenade launcher with tear gas. That would be spicy.
Spicy.
Yes.
I love
Nice.
that.
Ooh,
But
spicy.
didn't come to happen. Left with bland aftertaste.
Ugh.
Does
And
does the
as for-
gunpowder taste kind of like ghost pepper or?
Yes, it's
Put it on our
established
wish
that
list. More
that Stone
scuffles
King-
with the police.
Yeah.
Stonekin can only taste really strong tasting stuff. It's mostly texture
Yeah.
side of that. I don't know. I was in mood for something spicy. And as for me myself, I will be here next week. That's all.
Awesome. Rowan, you next. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find anything you want to share or plug?
Let's see. My favorite part, I have to say, is when Dovak's magic finally popped off. That was beautiful. Just like that unexpected random result, which is exactly what I planned for. Like with his character design, it's just that element of chaos, right? Chaos and fire. Those are like his two things. So, and yes, I also enjoyed that he seems to be the only one who's like, duh, come on, this is obvious. We're dealing with dragons. Quit asking questions. You don't want to know the answer. In fact, he wants to be as little involved with the situation as possible. The more you know, the more in trouble you get. That's the way it rolls. Anyways, so where you can find me next is next Wednesday. We're doing Exodus, I believe.
Yeah.
And then aside from that, you can find my stuff at ronorthillustrations.org. I'm trying to get back into the roll of things after taking basically a week-long break. So I hopefully will be posting more artwork and getting stuff done. So yeah, that's
nice. All right. I also had to comment the Tory not having the lucky rolls today. What popped into my mind as Echo was describing that, and I might actually have to go make a meme of this, but it's the meme format of Galron going perhaps, but not today. It's just like, Turi is lucky, perhaps, but not today. I'm gonna have to go make that now. Anyways, Hannah, you're next. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
It's just like this one little moment, but there was just something so beautiful about the image in my head of Tori having a block of Post-it notes and just putting them on people's chests one by one, and there's nothing written on them. It's just a Post-it note. I
Everyone's like, sure, okay.
No one used them.
And then of course I loved Baldur being like, "That's why you don't shoot kids." It was all very, very wonderful though. Where you guys can find me next, I will be back here on Raven's channel Tuesday evening. That's 6 Mountain time slot for Standing Stones, where I play Sage the Fawn, who has resolved with their friends to we're skipping town now. We're gonna go on an adventure. And last time I told the town started that she was a bitch.
Yep.
It was
so good. Sage is an absolute treasure. Awesome. Next, Paladin. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
There was a lot to like, but I think my favorite thing is that last conversation between Turi and Dovak, because things like that add a lot of character to the characters, which is what you want. So, hoping for more of that. Where can you find me next? In like 28 hours or so, I'm on Polished Cryptid's channel, GMing my one-shot for D&D, which I should have done like 2 weeks ago, but I slept through it because I thought it was on a different day because I'm an idiot. But this time I've got it right, hopefully, and we'll have fun. And
That's so exciting.
Yeah, Sundays normally I'm on Uncanny Adventures, where I play Holt, the pirate paladin who tries to make friends with all the evil pirates. Working on that, we're making lots of friends. We're gonna have a game night where we play something like bowling. It's gonna be fun. Then I'm on Polished Scripted's channel again on Tuesday, where I play Dom Rain, the Githzerai noble fighter, where we have just completed negotiations with a dragon who was very annoying, and then we skipped the session. So we're still recovering from that, which honestly we all needed, because oof, that guy was annoying. And then I'm back here with all of these awesome people doing this awesome game.
Yay!
Love that. And last but not least, Anina, favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I agree with Paladin that last exchange between Novak and Turi was just, it was just perfect. She's noticed he was suddenly slightly less of an asshole, so she's taken note. But obviously, she's pissed off on many levels, and I can't believe the one time I make a character that's meant to be lucky, all I roll is failures.
That's
To
just
be
how it
fair,
works.
that's all you did in Beyond the Wall as well. So.
Yeah, but I didn't make it basically my character thing, so.
I thought it was risky when you said lucky. I'm like, okay, let's see how that goes.
So that's fun.
Well, I
I'll be
think
back.
you can say it like they do in like churches and stuff, like, oh, luck works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, exactly. This was meant to be. This was all meant to be. So, yeah. You can find me here, same time next week for episode 5. And please do go to my YouTube channel, The Awkward Actress. I will post something new there in a couple of weeks once I've moved flats. So go on it. There will be new stuff eventually. So
Awesome.
enjoy.
Awesome. And anything else? Okay. Words. I was gonna say a thing, and my brain just went completely blank.
Now it's Raven's
Uh,
turn. Same questions.
Yes,
Oh
Raven.
yes. Favorite part. It's hard to pick a favorite part because there's a lot of really good stuff that happened. I really like how everyone dealt with the crowd, that whole thing, and then the harpies, like that whole series of events. I really enjoyed that whole thing. I enjoyed the Balder and Rusty conversations as always. Also, like the awkward conversation between Tilda and Balder, where Tilda's just like, "There's a spot on the floor and there's ramen in the cupboard, and that's pretty much it." Sorry. That was just neat. And then Ulma was fantastic. That character and the portrayal of the character was amazing. I really enjoyed all of that. Where you can find me next will be in about 2.5 hours, right back here for Welcome to Madison, which is a surreal horror game where a cornfield has followed us to a house, and the owner of the house has been snatched away from their front porch into said cornfield, and we're getting ready to burn it down with household supplies. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We've got coffee creamer and like kerosene and a bunch of other random flammable things, and it certainly isn't gonna blow up in our faces, I'm sure.
Wait, coffee creamer's flammable?
Yes.
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
Oh my
Extremely
god.
so.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. I mean, I knew Doritos were like beautiful fire starters, but I didn't know that one. Excellent.
Let me teach you the ways of our people.
Yep. Mythbusters made a cannon out of with coffee creamer.
Dear God.
Specifically the powdered kind, not the
Yeah.
liquid
Oh,
kind.
I was thinking the liquid kind.
Oh, that explains your confusion a little.
Yeah,
I don't know, if you
Yeah.
try hard enough, everything's flammable.
it's fair. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm very excited for that conclusion for that particular episode. They also made a pillar of fire that caramelized wonderfully. Yes, they did. Other things to plug or share are sponsors, which I'm throwing into chat, which is Fundamental RPG. It's a system that our game tonight uses. It looks like this. You can pick up a copy on Amazon. Or if you prefer the digital version, you can go to coffee.com/raven/shop, like it says in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Just add /shop to it. Also at the same place, you can find Intrepid gear, which is adventuring gear for real life. Drinkware and apparel and a bunch of other really cool stuff. I'm using the Intrepid coffee mug with the D20 today for my hot chocolate. Very cool stuff. You should go check that out. And then finally, Die Hard dice, which are amazing polymer and metal dice. They also sell a bunch of other dice adjacent things and accessories and whatnot. They sent me this really cool Spellbinder Fey Queen set, which is my favorite set out of all the ones that I have. And that's saying something. And I've been using those today for choosing advantages where they weren't specified and whatnot. You can pick up your own set of those at dieharddice.com, and if you use the code BlackFeatherJune, capital B, capital J, all one word, you can get 10% off your order. And then finally, if you want to catch up on this show or others on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network. For those that were asking, all of the new shows now are on the page, so you can watch everything there now. It's all been updated. You can watch that at watch.thefantasy.network, and then just go to Watch for Free, Stream Library, and then Black Feather Guild. And that's where you can see all the previous content. And then we do need a raid cry. Any suggestions before we go raid?
I'm trying to remember the exact wording of when
I keep telling you, I don't eat people.
Yes, that's good.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
good one.
That works.
Alright, keep telling you I don't eat people. That was a really good line. So that's going to be in chat there. Feel free to copy that. And then we're going to go raid. Let me just make sure she's still streaming. Yep, we're going to go raid Susie again. Susanna Grace on Twitch. She does a lot of really fun game streams and also a lot of tabletop stuff. give her a follow if you're not doing so already. And then I will see you all in a couple hours. Bye, everybody.